Dr. Olivia Silcence is an accomplished library scientist for Rhine Lab and the protege of Professor Ahrens Parvis, one of its high-ranking leaders.
Vanilla Muffin is a type of Western muffin, whose main ingredients are self-raising flour, vegetable oil, baking powder, and cocoa powder. Immediately making me cough, revealing our dark secret for this episode.
It's a special episode.
It's a special episode.
It's a Halloween episode.
It's a Halloween.
The fear is of getting ill.
Yeah, I'm ill.
It's a Thanksgiving episode, and the thanks you're giving is for having clear sinuses.
I'm sick. Ash is also sick. I think I'm more sick.
I'm less sick.
Yeah, I'm more sick.
I got sick earlier,
apologies.
and then Ivy got sick like the day after.
Yeah.
Which makes it sound like we're in the same space, but we're not.
No. I do think we both got sick for the same reason, which is staying up until like 6 a.m. playing. This is Q
true.
Up.
It was right after we stayed up and played 8 hours of Q Up. I got a sore throat.
Like, to be clear, I also got a sore throat on that day. It just took a little bit longer to manifest. But the reason why it happened is because we played 8 hours of Q Up and stayed up until 5 a.m. or whatever.
It's because we're stupid.
Yeah, because we're stupid? I don't know if
Does anyone know about this?
Long-term listeners of the podcast might not know this because they're blown away by our raw intellect, but we're stupid.
Yeah.
What do we do? Oh, the intro. Hello and welcome to Soulmates, where we talk about all of our favorite little guys and all our favorite little games. I'm Ivy Fox. You can't find me anywhere right now, but you can find this podcast. I'm stupid. You can find this podcast if you look for it. You can find us first of all on your podcast app of choice. Go looking for us and then give us a fat 5-star review, especially on the big ones. It really helps out. You can also find us on YouTube if you want some YouTube mirrors. We were just talking about YouTube and how YouTube's all fucked up and now the algorithm hates you and it wants you to watch video essays about Has Been Hotel. But instead of doing that, you should give us a like and subscribe and maybe leave a couple fun comments we can reply to. That would be nice for everyone involved, I think, instead of watching video essays comparing Has Been Hotel and New Panty and Stocking. A pointless comparison, in my opinion. Joining me, as always, from across the depth of their beautiful purple eyes. They might see me as a robot, but I just see them as a real cutie. It's Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. This was a reference to Yuri light novel Qualia the Purple, which I highly recommend that you go read.
I'm only 45.
I read the manga, not the light novel.
I'm only 45 chapters. I'm only 45 pages into it, and I'm so taken with it. It's Qualia the Purple, really good. I'm really enjoying it.
The light novel, apparently great. The manga, I can attest, it's great. It's probably not as good as the light novel, just based on how adaptation works. But
read a novel.
Have fun with it. Hey, that was my bit. I run the show. My bit was explaining Ivy's bit. I don't have one. Every episode opens with me saying I don't have a bit. But I run the show's social media. It's soul-mates-podcast.tumblr.com. You can find me and support me at ko-fi.com/asherlark. And you can support the show and help cover our hosting costs for the show that we do just for fun. At ko-fi.com/ivyfoxart, all one word. Right back at you.
Our cover art, that's by Garden. You can find them on Instagram. Our music, that's by Sueños Electrónicos. You can find him on Bandcamp. Both amazing artists. No need to make a video essay comparing them that will then ruin my feed. In this season of the show, we're talking about our Art Nights by Hypergriff and Food Fantasy by Fun Toy Games, right? That's what it is? I think so.
I believe that's true.
I got it right for once. In an aromatic blend of sci-fi operatives and personified food. I'm really excited.
That was so smooth.
Yeah, I know. I'm on it today. I might be sick, but that doesn't mean I'm not, like, sucking cunt. I don't know why I said that. Gotta justify that.
Sucking cunt, Ivy.
Gotta justify that explicit rating somehow.
Yep.
Hi. I have an insane rant about the concept of a vanilla muffin, but right now I'm just happy to be here.
Great.
How are you doing, Ash?
I'm doing great. As I was talking to Ivy about right before the show, I realized what's wrong with me, like, as a person, like, sort of, like, emotionally and in my soul, and it's that I haven't drawn anything since August of this year, and this episode is being recorded after Thanksgiving, so, like, right on the cusp of December. And that's not great, because that's what I do. So, I've been drawing all day, and that's been great. I've also been playing a bunch of Cook Serve Delicious, which I also recommend. These two things, and also reading Quality of the Purple. Official recommendations of the podcast.
Yeah, I was thinking about you saying this, and I realize I guess we're doing a bit where we talk like we're real people now. This is good for engagement. No, it's not. But I realized as you said this that I'm like fuck, I haven't been doing like anything because I'm in a situation where like I have work to do, and like work often conflicts with my like work conflicts with my creative work because they're so similar, and I tend not to do them much at the same time. And I'm like, fuck, I'm like supposed to be doing work, but I'm too sick to be doing work, and so I just haven't been doing anything. And I'm like, maybe that's also why I feel terrible right now. It's good art is good.
Art is good, which is kind of what the podcast is about.
Yeah,
also.
you should not only should you engage in art, you should use the knowledge and thoughts you get from engaging in art to make more art in a sort of like horrific kind of like art infectious disease.
This is true.
Art begets art, baby.
But
first, before we talk about art, it's time for everyone's least favorite segment of the show. Put your hands together for Eat My Guy!
Woo! Yeah! Guy! I've even correct, both of us have guys to eat today.
That's true. I'm not gonna insert my insane rant about the concept of Vanilla Muffin in here. You have to listen until we get to Vanilla Muffin the guy. We're just gonna talk about muffins. We're just gonna talk about muffins. Before we get to our muffins,
it's very simple. It's not that hard.
Ash, what's your thought? What are your muffin? Are you a muffin guy? What kind of muffins do you like? What are your favorite like aspects of muffin?
Honestly, if I can be honest with you, I'm not that much of a muffin guy.
Not that much of a muffin guy.
I'm not that much of a muffin guy. I just think that there are like, there are better things. A muffin to me is like a breakfast treat. And I'm not one for a breakfast treat because I can't really stomach things in the morning a lot of the time, but especially sweet things. And this is a reductive sort of concept of a muffin, I know. A muffin can be many things.
To be clear for our international audience, we are talking about the American muffin. We're talking about
the American muffin.
The what are they called? American muffin. They have another name.
American muffin.
American muffin. Quick bread muffins. Sometimes described in Britain as American muffins. Those
I don't know what a British muffin is.
You know what an English muffin is.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
Not English muffins, normal muffins.
But not normal muffins, because that's vague.
American muffins.
American muffins, aka quick bread muffins, aka vanilla muffins.
This is a reductive concept of a muffin, and I have had some muffins in my time that were, like, heavenly. The same place that I go to get breakfast twice a week on my university campus, they have chocolate chip muffins that are so good. And I think just the key to a muffin to me is that it needs to be moist. And I've had a lot of crumbly muffins, which are not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a moist, cakey, not too, like, dense, but cakey muffin.
Yeah. You're looking for the kind of muffin that's sort of like cusping cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
Cusping cupcake.
But I think like a cupcake is honestly what I want out of a muffin. So it's hard.
Sorry. Cusping cupcake. No, it's really hard actually. Nope. That's a hard one. Cusping cupcake. Cusping cupcake. Cusping cupcake. It's a hard one.
You know you need unique New York.
You know you need unique New York. Anyway.
Sorry to the anonymous Tumblr user who's mad at our New York-centric comedy. From a Canadian and a Southerner.
I feel you. I mean, I live in Toronto, which is basically New York.
True.
It's like, I feel like, if I think about, like, desserts, or dessert-esque, sweets, that have butter, I don't think about muffins necessarily, but whenever I am eating a muffin, the primary factor on my mind is how much butter does this motherfucker have? And it's like,
that's
if
what I'm saying.
if the quantity of butter is not high, then I am unhappy. And I don't know if I've ever encountered a muffin that is too buttery. Like,
yeah, it's hard to do.
Like, I've encountered, like, a genuinely, like, a greasy muffin, but and even that, and that's a bit much, but even that is kind of like, oh, delicacy. But also, like, listen, butter is expensive. And muffins need
the secret to rich people food, what makes rich people food taste like rich people food is that they slather it in butter.
It has butter, yeah. And, like, because muffins are kind of big, you need a lot of butter to get them buttery throughout the whole muffin. And so, like, cutting on butter and replacing it with, like, either just, like, cutting fat from the muffin entirely or replacing it with, like, oil or lard or something is, like, a common muffin cheapskate. And, like, I think this is part of the reason why people have such a low opinion of muffin. I think this is also I think this is also part of the reason why people there's a Seinfeld episode in which Aline tries to start a business only selling muffin tops. This is why people have such a high opinion of muffin tops, I think, is because muffin tops get that sort of buttery sheen, but for whatever sort of chemistry reason, the bottom of the muffin often has, like, the least amount of butter in it and is the most sort of that, like, crumbly, dry texture. But, like, a good proper muffin is, like, moist and good all the way through. And you're almost happy to like get through the crust of the muffin top to get to that sort of moist cakiness within. I'm not gonna make a joke there.
Nope.
But anyway, so this is why I think, like, muffins I think broadly have somewhat of a low reputation, and I think that is deserved. But it's not the muffins' fault. Muffins can be good. People just, like, make them like shit because they suck.
This is true. Many things in life are like this.
Really, the problem with muffins is capitalism. Okay?
If we all had access to endless supplies of butter. Making butter fast and free.
That's how they get the buses so fast. Is they coat the streets in butter.
Greased lightning.
Yeah. Fuck me. Anyway, but I really enjoy a muffin, but I'm really picky about where I'll get a muffin for, and I'll squint at a muffin for a long time before I'm willing to buy it from an untested source.
One of the best muffins I've ever had is the muffin from the breakfast place I go to that I sent you a picture of me holding out to the camera. I don't know if you remember this. I think this was prompted by, I was like, can I get you anything? And you were like, yeah, can you get a muffin? And I was like, sure. And then I got it, and I took a picture of myself giving you a muffin. And that muffin was really good.
You can't reveal on the podcast that we're cute. That's too cute of a thing that we do to reveal that we do on the podcast.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Sorry.
People have to think that our relationship is normal.
Do they?
I don't know. Just felt like a very revealing thing for you to draw attention to, so I got slightly defensive for no reason. People can't know that we're cute.
Muffin.
Yeah.
They can't know. They can't know.
People can't know that we're cute. They can't know. Fuck. Cover's blown. Anyway, what muffin do you have?
Okay, here's my perfect solution to the problem of Vanilla Muffin, which I will get to later. But the description of Vanilla Muffin, which you heard, describes Vanilla Muffin as having cocoa powder in it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a vanilla muffin. Not that vanilla and chocolate never go together. They do, famously. But, like, it's a vanilla muffin. So what I have are little muffin bites, little mini muffins that have a vanilla and a chocolate side to them.
Sure.
So they're not true muffins. I don't know where I would get a good muffin around here, but they're little bites. And so I think that I've solved all of the world's problems by doing this. Here we go. Never mind, I've encountered a problem.
Okay.
The problem is, the chocolate side of these muffin bites is significantly more moist than the vanilla side.
Fascinating.
And this sucks.
So it's
now
like
I just wish I
crumbly.
had chocolate muffins.
Right.
Because the vanilla side is very dry. But the chocolate side is not, and yet they are the same object.
Fascinating.
Well...
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Fuck me, I guess.
It's fine. Your parents will eat them.
True.
Parents are like horses. They'll eat anything.
What's your perfect solution, Ivy?
Oh, I have an imperfect solution, but intentionally so.
I see.
Unlike me. I went grocery shopping today, and I was like, I have two things I need to get for the podcast. 1, lozenges. 2, muffins. I only got the lozenges. And so I was like, fuck, I need to go get muffins. And I was like, and then I was walking down the street, and then I saw Tim Hortons, and I'm like, that's a spinnable thing. You know, Tim Hortons, it's a Canadian thing. What if I'm like, here's sort of like, you know, I mean, Tim Hortons is extremely fallen from grace. But like, what if I tell the people what the Tim Hortons muffin is like? And so I got, there were some options for chocolate muffins, but famously I don't really like chocolate that much. But also I don't hate chocolate. Don't come for me.
Do not come for Ivy.
They should make Ovaltine muffins though. Those will rock. Anyway, so I got sort of your classic Tim Hortons blueberry muffin. I haven't had one of these in years. There's probably a reason why I don't buy muffins from Tim Hortons. But I don't remember what it is. So I'm going to take a bite. Oh. Okay.
Adequate?
It's okay. It's like... It's kind of like... Stay with me as I make this comparison.
Okay.
You know when, like, you have a hot chocolate mix?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, obviously you make that shit with milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, but on the thing, it says you can make it with water. And then one day, you really want hot chocolate, you don't have any water, or you don't have any milk. And so you're like, fuck it, I'll just make it with water.
Don't have any water, only milk.
That's the future that liberals want. You don't have any milk, so you're like, fuck it, I'll make hot chocolate with water. And then you make hot chocolate with water, and it's like, it's still hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, you know. And so this muffin is not dry. Like, it's moist. Okay. It's moist and cakey, like, all the way through. I took a nice sort of, like, vertical sort of slice out of it. Got the top, got the bottom. Mm-hmm. The top is relatively nice and crunchy, although they've put some crumble on there, which is cheating, I think. It's, like, artificially induced crunch. And, like, it is moist and cakey all the way through. But it's not buttery. And it's, like, it's as if, like, they replaced all of the moistness that would come from butter with moistness from water. And it's sort of like, it's moist, but it's like watery moist. But it's not like damp, you know? It's moist in the way that cake is moist in a positive sense. It's just not like buttery moist. It's kind of this just sort of like flavorless, textureless moist. Which is like it's better moist. Than dry. I don't know how they make them like this. It's better than dry, but it's not sort of the ideal perfect buttery muffin. See, it sounds like we're giving muffins a bad rap, but the whole point is that the people who make the muffins, they don't care about you. Yeah. Muffins could be good. Muffins care about you, but no one will let them. It's like teachers.
Stephen Sondheim voice. Muffins can be good.
Yeah.
Ivy, can I propose to you a reason why your Tim Hortons muffin is like that?
Why?
Olive oil. That joke doesn't get explained for the podcast.
Okay. Oh, I was about to explain it, but okay.
You can if you want. I'm just saying, that one's for me.
Last night, me and Ash had kind of an insane time where Ash was playing very strange parts of Infinity Nikki, while I was making some extremely questionable cookies with olive oil because I ran out of butter.
Olive oil.
It might just be made with vegetable oil. Like, that might just be the answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. It's not oily.
It's cheaper than butter.
It's cheaper than butter. Anyway, I guess that's Eat My Guy.
That's Eat My Guy. Not a redemptive time for the vanilla muffin as a concept, but that's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we expected it to be that way. Both of us are sick. We don't have time to like go get a really nice muffin. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Vanilla Muffin. Anyway,
Vanilla Muffin.
Should we start talking about art?
Let's start talking about art. We're starting with Silence, right?
I guess muffins can be art, but I don't know if either of these muffins are art.
Muffins can be art. Sorry. 2 syllables can be 1 syllable is mimetic phrase for me now.
2 words can be 1.
for No One Is Alone from Into the Woods.
Silence can be bird.
Silence can be paradigmatic.
No, we're not talking about that
That's
silence.
not the one we're talking about.
We're just talking about normal
Separate
silence.
character.
We're not talking about silence the paradigmatic. Anyway, hello, it's science. Science? Silence.
Hello, it's science.
I was looking at her at the test tubes on her thigh holster test tubes, and I was like, it's science.
Thigh holster test tubes.
Her thigh holster test tubes.
Also a syringe.
Uh-huh. Oh, that seems... I guess it's capped, but, like,
it's
that's
capped.
Sort of spooky. Uh-huh.
She's a medic.
Uh-huh, she knows what she's doing.
I'm trying to figure out... Here's what's up with Silence. I'm trying to figure out whether or not she's sleepy.
Uh-huh.
Or, like, if that's her magic.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely...
Is that her originium arts, or is she just not all the way awake yet?
She is infected.
She's infected.
I didn't really look
You can
at
tell
her.
by her special anklet.
I didn't look at her dialogue because I was too busy like doing linguistics research on Vanilla Muffins. So like, what's her deal? She does take a nap.
She's normal.
She is sleepy.
Oh, she is sleepy. Okay.
She's sleepy, and also she's so normal.
She's sleepy because she's a great horned owl.
This room, it's designed to make me sleepy. All of her lines are either the most normal thing ever, or they're like, I'm sleepy. So she's sleepy,
Olivia
but only,
Silence.
like, a little bit. Like, she's not, whoever the fuck Blue Archive girl we were talking about recently.
Oh my god, yeah.
Hoshino. She's not Hoshino, where her whole thing is sleepy. She's just, like, a little sleepy.
She's nocturnal. It happens.
Uh-huh. I really like the way that Silence is drawn. Mm-hmm. I think there's some really in all of these pieces, I flick through them. In all of these pieces, I think there's some really fun stuff being done with like color and lining and stuff. And like composition. But I'm really, like, not super engaged with Silence herself. I just think that these are, like, nicely drawn pieces of character art. But Silence herself, one, her anatomy is, like, we'll get to it as we go along. We might as well introduce it early. Her anatomy is incomprehensible. Does she have wings? If she has wings, does she have two of them? If she has... And is her left arm a wing or an arm? This is, like, not clear throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, like, ever. At any point.
And, like, skins are relatively canon in this game. So when she has, no wings and two hands, visible hands, in lacquer, then you're like, what?
What happened to your wing?
Yeah.
That you have in your Elite 2?
Uh-huh.
And in your other skin. And in this piece of art, presumably.
Anyway, Base Silence. The thing that I really like about Base Silence is that I think it has really nice kind of like... It's just sort of nice to rest your eyes on, because it has really nice sort of just like geometric color blocking. Like you've just got this like block of nice... vibrant green, and then this block of white, or block of black, and then this block of white, with all these like little circles, and she's very like made up of shapes. She's just like made up of like cubes and circles, in a way that is like really, really pleasing to look at. It's not an overly complicated outfit, although it is incomprehensible. I have no idea what's going on. Actually, no, I have an idea what's going on. It's still incomprehensible despite that. However, I just think that this is a nicely drawn piece of art. Like, she's shapes, and this is, like, a huge positive. It has really, like, nice kind of, like, highlights and lowlights, and these kind of, like, it has these, like, orange highlights everywhere that are very striking. That just, like, give it this particular sort of glow that is, like, very odd, but, like, so pleasing. The texturing is really simple, but really nice. Like, it's just like, I don't know. She looks like she looks nice.
She looks nice. I'm looking at her shoes, which both have shoelaces and these like button wraps, and I just find them really amusing.
Yeah, I guess
fun
just like
sci-fi shoes.
the button wraps are just for show.
I mean, I have to assume so.
They're steel-toed, but on the outside, which is not how steel-toed boots. I guess some of them do, but they're like steel-toed, like nice shoes. It's very. They're like steel-toed kicks. They're not steel-toed boots.
I wish I had steel-toed kicks.
Uh-huh.
I'm also wondering what the deal is with these big. The thing is that she's great horned owl, but she's sort of moth themed in a way. Her big triangular shape language is part of it, and also these big grommets that are on her jacket that are like false eyes.
I see what you're going for.
I don't know if this is intentional per se, but it is like you can read her very moth very easily with her like ear tufts that she has due to being an owl, and also these big triangular wing like sleeves on her jacket and the big grommets that are on them.
I will say that like looking at the great horned owl.
Looking at the great horned owl.
I'm sick. Not that I don't make mistakes when I'm not sick. You can't be mean to me when I'm sick. I'm sick.
Of course.
Oh my god, I love this image of a great horned owl, just kind of like looking extremely sleepy. Anyway, it is like a spotted owl. I look at pictures of great horned owls and I look at her outfit and I'm like, oh yeah, actually that kind of works. I get what you're saying though. I mostly think she looks like an owl. Sorry.
That's fair.
Sort of pop your bubble. So her outfit appears to be that she's wearing like a banded sweater. Is that the right banded sweater? Is that the right word? I'm using the right word.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yes, I am using the right word.
Okay.
It has like lines built into how it's built.
Oh, I see.
I just didn't know if banded. Well, because stripes is a pattern which it goes over top, but it has banding that's part of the structure. Anyway, she's wearing like a banded sweater underneath, a big coat, that is also kind of like a sexy anime girl sweater that like goes to just the top of her thighs. And then also has these like big sleeves that seem to be for wings that may or may not exist.
It's like a double-breasted like wrap jacket, with like big wing sleeves and also holes for her arms.
Yeah. And it's like, that's cool. It does seem extremely inconvenient. I mean, like, maybe she needs this for her wings. It's unclear.
I do think it is clever if this is why it's like that it has the holes for your arms to poke through, and then the larger holes underneath for your wings to hang out of. This does make your wings non-functional, but she's a guy, so I presume that this already was true.
Yeah. Wing fashion. And it's like, I kind of appreciate this like big fucking jacket. Feels very Pokemon to me. It's got that kind of like Pokemon sci-fi streetwear chic. I don't know what I mean by this. I think the grommets really do it for me there.
Yeah.
And the little icons all over everything. It's like, it's kind of a fascinating and very strange garment, but it's not incomprehensible, which I appreciate. Looking at this image does not feel like a chore.
Yeah.
Which can't always be said.
It feels like someone put some thought into this while making it, which is good. She
is like, she's kind of like, it is like, Arknights is so weird. Arknights is so weird with, like, deciding who gets to be sexy of their women. I mean, all of their women get to be sexy to some extent, just because, well, one, they're women, and two, it's like, it's tower fantasy. They all have to be sexy in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like Silence feels such an odd pick for this, like, you know, sweater that goes just to the top of my thighs and you don't know what's under there kind of
sexy
look.
nerd archetype.
And then she's, you know, she's got the one stocking and then the thigh holsters with the medical equipment, and it's
with
like
her syringe.
And it's just like, I feel like you're too normal for this.
She kind of is. I mean, I understand like the appeal of her sort of boring sleepy nerd thing. It's too boring for me.
It's, you know, I'm not gonna stand here and pretend that I don't understand, like, you know, the concept of, like, boring sleepy nerd, but you can see her underwear to sort of speak very, very plainly. Like, I get it. I'm just like, it's kind of odd to me when Arknights is sort of that trashy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just the thing about Silence that just, like, kind of bothers me is, like, she's just got big ol' eyes and almost no expression on her face, and this is the thing. This is the combination of things that makes me go, like, yeah, this one's not for me.
Yeah, she's got the like little tiny fish dot mouth. She's got the sort of, like, softened expression in her eyes. She's got the big nerd glasses. Her personality is
being boring and normal.
Yeah, but also, like,
sexually available.
Wearing a really short coat.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. When we get to, I don't know how much more we have to say, but I guess she has a little drone. I just noticed this.
I don't have anything to say about her drone. It's fine.
It's kind of unremarkable. Anyway, when we get to fucking Elite 2 Silence, which maybe we can just do right now.
Yes.
This is a much this Silence sort of feels much. I mean, you know, in fairness, she kind of, like, appeals to my preferences a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't like women's thighs. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm some pure precious angel baby. But she is, like, she feels more like a person and less like an object in this one to a significant degree.
Yeah.
This is such an interesting Elite 2, because it has, like, we've seen some Elite 2s that have, like, insane fucking background shit, and she's just kind of, like,
pretty simple.
She's just, like, got some wind.
In the shape of an owl.
Uh-huh.
I like her. Here comes her one wing that you can see properly with crystals all over it. She has a great implementation of the you know, the oft underused IMO Arknight's invisible infection. They're always being like, and this guy's infected, and I'm like, cool. How? Where?
Uh-huh.
In what way?
The originium crystals on her wings, like, is sick.
It's really great, and then you can also see them creeping up her leg where she has the anklet.
By the way, I looked up when she is from, to be like, is she an early character? Is that why she's kind of simple? And the answer is no. She was from 2023.
Huh. I also thought she was an early character.
I know, they just, like, I mean, she's drawn really well. Not that there aren't early characters that aren't drawn well. But she just sort of, like, is lacking in some juice, which is interesting. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
I also really like about this piece of art that they've changed her outfit a bit, but the primary thing that they've changed is they've changed her from green to red, like she's a robot that's gone into kill mode, and I think this is awesome.
She's
her
activated.
Eyes turn red, her drone turns red, and also her jacket and, like, even the insides of her shoes and her test tubes are red, and I'm like, honestly, if you're gonna do this with your, like, you know, I'm a boring, normal nerd thing, is that she's, like, a robot and she gets activated. That's awesome.
I mean, this is just, like, more compelling of a thing, is, like, you know, to be like, she's sleepy, I'm like, sure. To be like, she's sleepy, but she gets mad, I'm like, it's not sort of cliched, but, like, it's something. There's something compelling there.
Time to get serious.
Time to get serious.
Turns on my laser
all
eyes.
Red. Yeah. Does she, like, so before going into battle, does she, like, swap out her test tubes? Like, what's up with that? What's the
These
process?
These are the healing ones. These are the killing ones.
These are my killing tubes. It's really funny that she swaps, like, so much of this outfit swaps also. Because that just, like, doesn't usually happen in the Elite 2s, because the Elite 2s don't, like, come with a battle sprite change.
I mean, she's got the same sweater as she had on before.
She has the same sweater,
I presume
and it does appear to be the
maybe
same.
these shorts were also on before, but you couldn't see them, which is really funny, if true.
There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. There's no freaking way these shorts were on. Like, I understand. I'm doing the back and forth comparison, and I understand, like, in theory, that the shorts, you know, the thing that they're trying to, the snake oil that they're trying to sell me is that, like, listen, in image 1, the test tubes go up to the hem of the jacket, and in image 2, the test tubes go up to lower than the hem of the shorts, which means that the shorts could be underneath the jacket. But, like, this is snake oil, because in image 1, the test tubes are higher on her thighs. They just move the test tubes lower. And there's no room for those shorts under that jacket. Is pressed pretty close to her skin.
On the other hand, Ivy, I want you to consider, you're hanging out with Silcence. You're kind of perving on her. You're like, oh my god, she's so hot. I love the way that her jacket, comes right down to her underwear. I wonder. And then you get an upskirt of her, and she, her jacket flies up, and it's these shorts under there.
Yeah.
And then fuck.
And then she takes her jacket off, and she looks like an English schoolboy.
She does! That's what I like about it.
No, you're not wrong.
I do want to point out, not only does she have her syringe, I don't know what this other thing she has is. I think it's a gun.
It's the thing in her hand? Yeah, I've been staring at that. What?
The thing on her holster.
In her thigh holster?
Yeah, she's got a syringe and then something else, which I think is a gun.
I guess. It's kind of small to be a gun.
I don't know.
Also, the syringe isn't capped right now. What?
Yeah, that's the other thing she changes. She's like, time to go serious mode, uncaps my syringe.
Just have your gun off safety at all times. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I don't know what this wand is she's holding, though.
I thought you were talking about the wand. I don't know what's up with the wand at all. Like, hang on. Let me look at the fucking... Let me look at her on the GitHub. Let me look at her battle sprites. Silence. Show me the battle sprite. She I have no idea. In her normal thing, like in her normal battle sprite, she's holding, like, which is also the battle sprite for this. At least as far as I can tell.
She's just holding a test tube.
She's holding a test tube, and so she's swapped out this test tube for a magic volcano wand, for a wand that deals +5 fire damage. Like, what's going on with that? I understand that she, like, has the sickness or whatever, and also that she's an activated robot, but, like,
she's also a medic. She doesn't deal damage.
Yeah, she also doesn't deal damage. I think she heals, and she mostly does it with her drone, which does feel kind of, like, pushed off to the side in this. Not that there's, like, no composition here. Her wing is pointing at the drone, like, look at my guy, and I'm like,
look at my guy.
I understand. But it's really hard not to look at her eyes because they're shooting laser beams at me.
I don't know what's up with this, glowing pattern on her thigh where the stocking used to go up to and now doesn't.
Yeah. No idea. Is that what she was hiding with the stocking? Is that why she needs one sexy stocking, is to hide her secret glow? Who can say?
Used to say. I do just love that she looks like an English schoolboy.
Yeah, and also
the shorts are really cute and really funny.
This has all the sort of drawing and shading and highlighting stuff that I really like. Again, just the lighting is really, really nice here. These kind of like these just like bright yellow sort of highlights that sort of touch the orange in weird ways. Is fun. I like how her wings are drawn. They're very simple. They don't look overly her wing ? It doesn't look like overly fluffy or anything.
It's just glossy.
Motherfuckers in Arknights HQ have no idea how they want to draw bird people, and whether or not they want bird people to be bird people, or whether or not they just want them to be people with like one feather in their hair.
Yeah, but, like, it's really hard to say.
I guess she's bird person, at least for now. But only half of her?
Only half of her.
But also she whatever. Anyway, I like this image. I like, the way that her wing is kind of like, oh, there is an owl in this, but it's kind of like within sort of the smoke lines. Just to the right of her head. I like how there's some clear like motion that she's sort of like swooshed with her wing, and it's like caused her cape to flutter open, and it's caused this kind of like, swirl of wind, etc., etc., etc. It's a nice looking image. I like it.
It's way like better than her default, I would argue.
I agree. I think it has all of the I don't know, there's some sort of like there's some composition stuff that I like about the default, but I agree with you. In terms of like a character piece, it's like way better. But it's also sort of confusing in her own, in its own way, which is that's Arknights, baby.
That's Arknights, baby. By the way, the Liberi wiki page for the bird people does not clarify at all sort of what the bird people are about, and doesn't mention anything about wings. Is like they have feathers in their hair, and they have tail feathers on their torsos, and sometimes sort of feather-like features. And it's like, okay, what about Silence and her sort of, Schrodinger's wing? What about that? It's
the Liberi are one of their kind of sort of generic races where they don't have like a clear origin point. Unlike
any bird-like guy is a Liberi.
Well, by that I mean like, most of the snake people come from like one particular part of the world. Most of the horse people come from one particular part of the world. Or a separate part of the world that like splintered off from that first part of the world because they're nightmare horses. Anyway, etc., etc. But the bird people, a lot of their Americans are bird people. But the bird people are not like from fake America, No.
They're like the cat people.
Yeah.
Anyone can be a cat.
But even like there's specific kinds of cat people that I think are like, there's a lot of cat people in like fake, there's a lot of like a specific kind of cat people in like fake Egypt, I think.
This is true.
But like the Liberi is just like, I don't know, there's bird people everywhere. What do you want me to say?
The Arknights lore enthusiasts listening to this podcast right now are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a lot of specific kind of cat people in fake Egypt. It's like, yeah, I mean, we're right. We just refuse to use any of the words that Arknights uses for itself.
I'm sick.
We're sick.
I'm also really worried that I'm going to say the wrong word. Like, if I say Sargonia, is that the wrong word?
I think that's the right one. But it's hard to say.
Sargonia. Sargon, sorry. See, Sargon. I said the wrong word. Sargon. Yeah, Sargon is fake Egypt.
Sargon, Hammurabi, Ashurbanipal, and Gilgamesh.
Oh my god, there's some truly sort of anyway, never mind. Lacquer. Stay focused. I'm sick. I can't do this for very long.
Hey, you want to look at one that I don't like?
No, you don't like this one. Fascinating.
I don't like this one.
Okay.
I think there are lots of things about it that are interesting. I like that she's, like,
I just noticed that she's mad. Is she mad?
She's mad. That's actually the reason I don't like it. But I like that she's, sort of doing, like, hazmat suit shit in sort of a, like an industrial waste zone. I like that she's being more of a, like, real medic, whatever, with modern medical equipment. I don't like her face. Why is she mad? Why are her eyes, like, lopsided, and also she's, like, mad?
Oh, yeah, why are her eyes like that?
It, like, throws me out of the whole image.
She's, like, and, not like, staring straight out at the viewer. She's staring, like, just a touch off to the right, also.
It's, like, I appreciate the glossy yellow hazmat shit of it all and all of the like super tech-weary outfit stuff, but it's just like, I don't know, I cannot get into it because she just looks like crazy to me.
Yeah, I think I never looked at her face when I was sort of flipping through these images because I was too distracted by her sexy hazmat pants.
Her sexy like, hazmat pants
for when you want to do hazmat but you want to be sexy.
Yeah, you gotta show leg.
Yeah, show me those. Show me that leg.
Show me the leg in the industrial wreckage.
But like, because
also, she's part of a porta potty.
Because she's still wearing shorts. The sexy hazmat legs do mostly just make her still look like an English schoolboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not into her face. I don't know why she's like that. I don't know why she's mad. Like, I understand it's tough work out there.
It's tough work out there. In the industrial cleanup zone.
And again, I like a lot of the colors and the shading. Weirdly, I like just like looking at sort of like the random background rocks in this one. They all have all of these like weird, nice kind of like orange and blue and green highlights. And they're just kind of like nice, sort of like pseudo oil kind of like color swatches. They're just kind of pleasing to look at. I like a lot of her gear. I like that she has, I don't really know why she has, why they gave her, what are these fucking things called? EMT paddles? Is it EMT? I always get my fucking...
What are you talking about?
The things that bring you back to life in Left 4 Dead 2. The things that the things that they shock you with.
AED.
Yeah. I don't know why she has those in this one.
I don't know. Sometimes you need one.
That's true. But she's
portable
doing like
AEDs. I think it would be a useful thing to have.
In the Chernobyl exposure zone?
Fucking I guess so. I'm more concerned about how she has a gas mask, but she's not wearing it.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? Is that she's all like sexy hased up, but is like not wearing any
You're
head
not wearing
protection.
your PPE properly, girl.
Yeah, she doesn't. You'd think with this level of like, she's going through all this trouble to protect her fucking legs. You'd think that she'd like be in a proper hazmat hat, and she's not.
And like, I know why. It's because her face and hair need to be unobscured so that you can realize who she is. But it's still kind of lame, right?
I don't know. I think like it's not like she has a uniquely important mouth. You know what I mean? I think they could have her be wearing. Well, I mean, I guess part of the problem is
she could be wearing the gas mask at least.
I think she could be wearing the gas mask. I don't know if I would. I mean, like I would maybe put her in kind of like a. Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but like the hazmat sort of dome helmets. If she was wearing one of those and that was also like transparent, I think that could be cool. And then you could probably see even more of her, but like she was clearly fitting in. Instead, it's like it really sticks out. Like she's so kitted up. She's got some sort of like surveillance device. She's got yellow test tubes because it's scary. She's got like a Geiger counter and shit. She's got this like this case of hazardous materials.
Okay, the case of hazardous materials takes me out of it, to be honest. She's got all this medical equipment, and then she's like, let me take my cases of radioactive uranium into the site.
See, Ash, this is where you and me are diverging and where we can reconvene, I think. Where it's like the reason why I feel like the paddles are out of place is because I look at this and I'm like, oh, she's doing research in like a contaminated zone. If you're doing research, I guess you could be the medic of the research team. But if you're the medic of the research team, you're probably not carrying the case. And so I'm like, she's a researcher, and so why does she need this clunky piece of medical equipment? Meanwhile, you're like, she's the medic. Why is she carrying samples? And we're both arriving at the same point. Which is
we
that,
just
like,
have different
it just
interpretations
doesn't,
of the image.
Yeah, we just started in a different place. Which is that, like, overall, as much as, like, you know, she's wearing very sort of, like, grounded equipment, which doesn't always happen in Arkanites, which I appreciate. But, like, the overall concept of her doesn't, like, mesh. Is she doing site survey, or is she doing rescue work? And, like, small things should be different if it's one. Small things feel like they should be different if it's one or the other. And so it, like, doesn't gel. I still think it's a pretty image to look at. I still really appreciate this person's, like, use of color and lighting. I think the yellow and green is kind of is quite striking. I like it.
They're very good at using color.
The outfit itself just sort of doesn't come together.
I agree with you.
You know,
just sort of like falls short in ways that bother me.
Yeah, it's not like a particularly interestingly composed image in any particular way. I think her silhouette is a little bit blurry also. Maybe it's fine. But
it's blurred by the porta potty.
She is in front of a porta potty. Then maybe that's where the samples come from.
Fuck.
Anyway.
Can we move on to Frosted Breath?
Yeah, this episode's gonna take forever. I don't know why. Frosted Breath.
Oh my god, it is. You're right. Frosted Breath. I like this one.
Yeah, I think this one is, like, I don't know. I think this one is, like, the most boring out of all of them. But also, like, it's fine.
I disagree. I think your default is more boring.
Yeah, that's fair. My problem with this is that it's just, like, it just doesn't feel like much of a... It just doesn't feel like much of an outfit that I want to pay lemon gummies for. You know? She's just wearing, like, fair. A slightly different coat.
It's just a very lightly modified version of her existing outfit to make her be warmer, but also simultaneously somehow wearing less jacket.
And also, this is the image that begs the question, does she have one or two wings?
Does she have one or two
Is that
arms?
Just like a fur cape? Or is that another wing? It's textured the same as the wing that is clearly a wing because it's, like, you know, moving. And so it's like,
yeah.
What's her deal, like, physically?
There's a couple things that I specifically like about this image. One of them is that her drone is perching on her arm with a special rest, like she's a falconer and she has a falconer's glove, and I think that's really good. And the other one is just that I think the composition of it is really strong. I think that the slightly rounded shape of her wing going out, and then the two test tubes that she's holding in her other hand they contribute a lot to her stance, in the slight cock of her head that is lost in the in the default in particular. But also I think the composition is a little bit better than her Elite 2 even. Yeah,
this one has a better composition. It, like, I'm sick.
You're what?
Sorry. It has a better composition. I think she has a better silhouette in this one.
Definitely.
It, like, I love that for whatever reason I love finding all of the things that are, like, on their list of these are the elements that need to be in everything. In everything, like, you know, fuck consistency with her limbs, but she always has to have 2 test tubes.
Yeah.
If she doesn't have 2 test tubes, we're fucked. really, really funny.
Internally, they must know how many arms/wings she has.
They must. I guess that it's 2 arms. No, well, never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. We can't take forever on this. I'm too sick. And I like. I don't know what she's fucking doing here, but I like that she has her kit out and that she's getting stuff out and she's preparing to do something. I feel like her facial expression, even though it's so similar to her defaults, is like so much better. Her eyes feel so much more alive. They're like looking at a thing that like I feel is real. Her mouth is like more of a mouth and is like is a little circle for a reason, which she's doing a little snowy exhale. So I like the puff of steam.
The one thing I think about this image is that it does feel a little bit to me like she's just stopped doing her science and posed for a photo shoot, which is like absolutely true in context, because this is a photo shoot in context.
Right.
However,
in canon, all of these are photo shoots.
It does feel a little bit weird in the sense of like objectifying this woman to be like, I'm doing my science, but I look gorgeous. That's the only thing, though. I think otherwise, it's a perfectly cromulent silent skin.
I get what you're saying, but I personally don't mind that bit. I like her. These are my favorite boots of all her boots. I like the stitch up. But they still have like some of the shape language of her default boots. I like how sort of like this this is digital illustration, but like specifically the snow is like painted using a brush that is like faking being a real brush. And so the snow and grass like really looks like a painting that you would find at a museum, just like a nature painting you would find at a museum, in a really pleasing way. It's good. I agree with you. This is you've turned me. I mean, I always liked this one, but you've turned me. This one is less boring than I thought. I still think it's kind of boring. I still think that she's kind of boring in general, and she's kind of
boring in general.
They never really make her not boring.
Frosted Breath and Elite 2 are about the same tier in my mind.
Yeah. Anyway. Vanilla Muffin.
Vanilla Muffin.
Oh my god, I guess I'll get into it.
It's the pre-prepared bit.
So it was driving me fucking crazy that this guy is called Vanilla Muffin. I was like, why is he called Vanilla Muffin specifically? Why is he called Vanilla Muffin? And also, the food introduction, the list of ingredients is, you've heard in the intro, it's fucking crazy. Self-raising flour, vegetable oil, baking powder, cocoa powder. Why does it have cocoa powder with a Vanilla Muffin? Why does it have, like... Why doesn't it have eggs was a big thing? Because like what they're talking about is just like the American muffin, the quick bread muffin, which is like a cake muffin. English muffins are a different thing. And like I was like, what's with the crazy ingredient list? I never solved that one. And I'm like, but why is he called specifically Vanilla Muffin? And not just like muffin. It's not like there's a muffin and then there's multiple different. This is muffin. This is the generic muffin. So why is it just called Vanilla Muffin? And so I went fucking crazy all morning, like looking up the term Vanilla Muffin in various contexts. Looking up like I was like, is this an old term for muffins? And like. Fucking looking up old recipes for muffins to see if they match this, and if they're ever just called, like a generic muffin has ever just been called a vanilla muffin. And then, and I couldn't figure it out, and it was driving me crazy. And then Ash said, right before I went to Tim Hortons, wait, what did you say? Oh, there it is. You said it's probably just a bad translation. And, not to be mean, but I did kind of, like, hate you for this. I did kind of think you were being sort of a cowardly little amiibo. Amiibo? Amoeba.
Amiibo? You can scan me on the NFC panel?
Yes. It's because, like, I'm not a translator, but I work in translation. And calling something a bad translation is such a cop-out. Because it's like, sure. But, like, why is it like translations are like a thing because for a reason? And I was like, why is it like, if it's a translation error, why is it this specific translation error? And so, this tipped me off to go to the Food Fantasy Chinese wiki and find like the exact characters that they use for this guy's name, which are just the characters for Vanilla Muffin. Let me find it. And then I did a bunch of Googling of these characters and like was trying to figure out like, is there a reason why this guy is called specifically Vanilla Muffin? Does this like mean a thing? And I kind of have an answer, which is, for a while I thought that Vanilla Muffin was just sort of the generic muffin, and this is in China, and this is kind of true, but. And like, a lot of recipes that like don't even have any vanilla in them are titled hang on, let me get the what is this again? Are basically like titled Vanilla Muffin with blank. And so I think like to some extent Vanilla Muffin is a sort of generic term for muffin, even though it's not how you refer to all muffins. Xiang Xiao Muffin, like, yeah, but, there is a word that just means muffin. It's muffin. It's literally just the lone word muffin. And I think the reason why he's called Vanilla Muffin, and like I'm putting myself on the chopping block, so like feel free to fucking kill me. I think the reason why he is called Vanilla Muffin specifically is, one, I think this might be like sort of your generic muffin in China. Like if you're just gonna make a muffin, you're gonna call it a Vanilla Muffin, I think. But I also think, again, I'm not fluent in Chinese. I'm not a translator. But like I know that Chinese sometimes some words in Chinese don't go by themselves, essentially. And I think muffin is one of those words where like it should always have some kind of context. I think it would be weird, from what I can tell from looking at a lot of different things about muffins and recipes of muffins in Chinese on the internet. I think he's called Vanilla Muffin because just calling him Muffin would be weird. And I spent all day thinking about this and looking into this for no reason. And this is why but I kind of found an answer, but I still kind of don't get it. And so like I am sort of going to explode, but also I'm fine now. Anyway, it's Vanilla Muffin.
Some things in Food Fantasy are just badly translated.
But it's like,
I know they're like that for a reason.
But that's not my question. My question is, like, my question became, like, why is he called Vanilla Muffin in the first place? Oh my god, the Chinese recipe lists the origin as the UK? No, he's an American muffin. Anyway, why is he called Vanilla Muffin in the first place? And that's it. Why is he called Vanilla Muffin in the first place? And is the translation error that he should be called just Muffin in English, because that's basically what they're getting across when they say Vanilla Muffin? Or is he just Vanilla Muffin and it's kind of weird that he's a specific kind of muffin? Anyway. And I didn't really find it a pleasing answer, but Hi.
We had a problem.
Anyway, in short, something muffins. Now we're talking about the art. What were things? Sorry, we had an Audacity crash. what are things that we said? We were talking about how it looks like a sort of piece of English illustration, English
He's
storybook
an English
illustration.
storybook character. He's surrounded by mushrooms.
Which are the muffins.
Mushrooms are muffins.
Uh-huh.
They have the muffin top. It's really cute.
Uh-huh.
I can't make M's because my nose is stuffy.
Uh-huh.
And so it's fucking me up. And we were talking about how his ears and tail are products of the experiments of the Academy, but this implies that his hooves have just always been there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know. I really, oh my god, this is, people do this all the time because people do multiple takes of things on like normal podcasts, but we never do multiple takes of things. And so I'm like, oh my god. I really like his clothing. It's all intricate and detailed and flowing and really, really nice. I don't know. You were saying something about something, and then I cut you off by my audacity.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember what that was.
I can't leave out the bit about his skin socks. That was cut out by Audacity exploding. He has skin socks.
Uh-huh.
They are reverse socks. They're attached to garters. But then they're like, they bunch up on the inside of his knee and they cut open and they flow beneath or behind his hooves. But they don't go all the way up to the top like stockings. They're just like, they just go up there, but they don't attach at the bottom either. It's really weird. But I was just talking about how fucking, how ridiculously pretty he is. Like, with his long, flowing, like, shorn off hair, and his crown of vanilla twigs, and all of his, like, little sticks and leaves embedded in his like clothing and his hair, and he's sitting on a beautiful stone bench, and he's got the flowing fur of his hooves, and he's got a flowing tail, and he's upset by the riding crop, but it's like, you know, there's beautiful golden branches flowing out of it, and all of his clothing is sort of loose and embroidered and like ornamented, and it's like, oh, I'm so tragically beautiful. I'm such a tragically beautiful non-horse boy.
Yeah, he's definitely got that kind of like elf from Lord of the Rings kind of thing.
100%.
I love, you know, I love his stick necklace and crown, which are like the cages of the torments that he's been through. He's just like, and he's got that kind of like, you know, he's got that kind of like femboy face shape where it's like, you know, he does have a squared off chin, but like just barely.
He's more of a bishy boy with the very pointy chin.
He's like, it is just like a beautiful image though. I really like looking at it. The detailing is so nice. I love the little pops of red. Sorry.
Yeah.
And orange from like the foresty bits. But it's not too much. It's mostly just like a black and white image. And it's just like, it's just nice. He's just nice to look at.
I love how, like, weirdly mushroom themed he is. That's how they've decided to make him a muffin. It's just that he's mushroom themed. Not only is he surrounded by mushrooms, but also he's got mushrooms in his hair. And also these, like, you know, these twigs that he's got on his head and on his neck and also on his wrists are sort of like the veiny, you know, like stems of mushrooms and shit. And it's like, huh. And also his like his fluffy, flowy, like deep V collar that he has, which is insane, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is kind of like a
He's like shelf mushrooms, yeah.
Yeah, or like a
like a wood fungus.
I can't think of the name of mushrooms. I'm sick.
You're sick.
Yeah. What a fascinating. They made an Umamusume. They made a pretty boy Umamusume.
They made a beautiful Umamusume.
They made a beautiful Umamusume boy.
Beautiful
and I
Umamusume.
and I don't understand why they do this. Sometimes like the theming of a guy is like so clearly tied to the food, and sometimes it's just like, and now here's a guy.
This is my horse boy OC.
This is my horse boy OC.
Don't let him hear that though. Hey, you want to look at his Ascended art? Because it's crazy.
Yeah, what's up with this one?
Hey, what's up with this one?
Hey, what's up with this one?
I don't know if I have an answer for that, but he is, like, fully tied up. Which, let me be clear, is awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
He's tied up by his own riding crop, which appears to be almost gripped by one of these, like, plants, which is kind of awesome. He's tied up by plants in general. There's a bunch of mushrooms growing at his feet, but also tall reeds and things.
Yeah.
But he's got, like... He's got these straps flowing from his waist that are tying up his legs, which are crazy. And then he's like his arms are bound by the riding crop, and then he's got like I don't know what this spike is that has his crown of vanilla on it, but like
I think that's
what like.
I have no idea.
What?
I think the spike comes up all the way from the ground, right?
We just can't. It's just behind him, yeah.
Yeah, it comes up and goes behind him, and then, like, that appears to be where the vines are coming from, or maybe the vines are coming from his, like, his fucking, you know, Jesus crown.
Yeah.
Either way, he's kind of like, you know... transsexual horse Jesus in this one?
He is like transsexual horse Jesus.
I'm just saying.
Why is he transsexual?
Just like in vibes. I feel like when
that's fair.
I feel like when you turn him away from the camera and like these kind of like the corset back lacing is extremely prominent. His legs are pushed really together, such that his shorts could be a skirt, and also his chin is pointier than before.
His face does have a much more feminine shape in this one.
Yeah, he's just become transsexual horse Jesus.
I mean, I shouldn't ask why he's transsexual. It's rude. This image is fucking awesome.
It is.
I don't understand it at all. But it's like truly incredible. Beautifully rendered. All of these strings that tie him together and also are coming from him are like awesome.
I think
his face is a little weird, but I have very few real qualms with it.
I think that the most impressive part of this image by far has to be his hair. His hair is just like, it feels like every single strand of his hair is accounted for, and like that's fucking crazy. You can see some of it like goes down and then gets caught on stuff and takes a different line from like the hank of hair that it was otherwise part of. It's like, it's crazy detailed. I don't know why this image is like this. I love that he's sort of like, you know, I love the sort of diametrically. In the first image, it feels like he's kind of integrated into like the colors of nature. Like there's a little bit more, specifically like the orange leaves going across his riding crop. Mean that like there's some color on him. In this one, it's kind of like, you know, a contrast between like the beautiful like sort of vibrant red and green. The colors are also much more vibrant. The vibrant like red and green sort of nature, and then kind of like the cruel and harsh sort of black and white sort of prison that he's being pulled up into. And it's like, it's really beautiful. It's crazy. It's like this because he's like a victim of human experimentation, which is crazy.
It's funny. I mean, I'm like, vanilla beans, when grown, are green and like a normal plant. The black color that we associate with vanilla comes from dried vanilla beans. And so I'm tempted to come to an interpretation of this that's like, I don't know, there's something unnatural about all these dry, withering plants that surround him.
Yeah. I mean, the black vines and sort of like whatever this black pole is sticking up do like I think like intentionally like feel unnatural compared to like the vibrant green leaves when they do touch each other at the bottom. I think you're onto something there.
But I love that this image compels me to come to an interpretation of it.
It's just a really good, like, I don't know. He's
he does like control vines to some degree. I'm looking at his voice lines.
But he's a prison of his own.
Prison of his own making. Jesus Christ. I mean, quite literally. I love this guy. If you look at Forbidden Rose Garden.
Yes. And then he's a vampire.
And then he wasn't really a horse, but he's still very transsexual.
Yes, and then he's a vampire, and like I think somehow he's more transsexual than ever.
He is. He's got the luscious lips in this one. And this sort of like the ambiguous bust of this garment. Hey, can we talk about this top that he's wearing? Also, he's going to the club, but like, can we talk about this top that he's wearing?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
the
like
gold netting over just the top, sort of suggesting a boob, is crazy.
Yeah, and then we have the ruffles back, but now they're like polka dot, to just be even more feminine. And we have all these like gold detailings and stuff. His riding crop in this one is like cherry red and looks kind of plasticky, and thus looks like more like a sex toy than any other. Yeah,
like a flogger.
Yeah, that's not what a flogger is, babe. But
I know.
I guess it's got a flogger tip. Anyway,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm sorry, I jumped to conclusions. But like, man, fucking crazy. I also love the colors of this one. I loved like how the parts of him that are red, this really pink gem in the middle is really distracting just because it's so pink and everything else is red. Like, a lot of the red on him is very vibrant, but a lot of the roses are kind of dying. They're very dulled. Oh, there's little bats. Okay, it definitely just, like, is a vampire. He's just doing, like, Yearning Merkala from Limbus Company. Yeah. Like, he's just like a rose vampire. I don't know what to tell you.
It also kind of looks like he went to the Spirit Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the fucking Harlequin pants.
Yeah. This feather thing that's on, like, a circlet on his head, I don't understand at all.
Yeah, I mean, some parts of this outfit, like, look kind of flapper-ish. Like, this circlet with the feather is so flapper-ish. Some of the jewelry and certain parts are very 20s to me, too. But the pants
these little things attached to his waist, to this gold, like, belt that he's wearing, these bits of red, like,
I
don't know, feather or fur feathers. Or whatever.
But the pants are, like, so 70s to me. And it's just, like,
the fact that they're tied up at the side, like, what are you on?
What is happening? It feels, it feels like it feels less like he's gone to the costume store to me, and more that he's, like, gone thrifting. And he's just, like, picked out a bunch of grandma clothes and then, like, turned them into sort of a serving outfit. Yeah.
It serves.
It serves.
I'll tell you that.
In this one, his pants, like, truly... Oh, I guess I think I guess maybe his pants are just like ragged at the bottom, and it does kind of just like look like his pants become the hair of his
Right?
of his feet.
They're not okay with his hooves, is the
Uh-huh.
thing. The food fantasy artists are not.
Uh-huh.
They sort of don't know what to do with them garment-wise,
I feel like
which
these
is
bats
fair.
I feel like these bats are really egregious. It's like I feel like
They're
the vampire
so-
thing like could be a little bit subtle, and instead like no, they have to know.
They're not even bats, they're just like pairs of wings.
Yeah.
This is the other thing that makes it feel like you went to the, like, you know, went to the Spirit Halloween, is these, like, strands of ball lights.
The string of ball lights with bats on it is straight out of Spirit Halloween.
Can we talk about this, like, the wrought iron, like, gate that's around him, though, that has these fucking beautiful swirls of metal?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's so... It mimics the way that his hair moves in a way that really is satisfying to look at.
Uh-huh. And then if you look at his tail, he's snakes.
And then he's snakes.
Why is one part of this wrought iron fence have the pattern of wheat? Why is it wheat there?
I don't know. He's a PC.
Uh-huh. Anyway, this one's fucking insane. This outfit, is insane. It's insane.
They cooked really hard with this one.
Yeah, it's insane, and honestly, like, basically none of these pieces go together, but it still, like, is a kind of an amazing image.
You can see the through line between, like, Ascended and Forbidden Rose Garden. Basic is kind of, like, out there on its own in a weird way, even though it's the same color scheme and outfit as Ascended. But, like, still, I don't know how they got here.
Forbidden Rose Garden is just, it's so tacky, and I think it's so good for that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He is awesome.
Yeah. We should do numbers. Silence.
Cuteness of silence.
Let me look at default silence.
I don't think there's any point in our discussion of silence where we went, oh, she's so cute.
I get that she's like, my problem with silence is that she's... I spoke about this early, but my problem with silence is that she's just not sleepy enough. She's not sleepy enough to be a sleepy girl. And so I'm like, I feel so reticent to, like, give her cute points for being sleepy. It's like, you're not that sleepy. You just have, like, kind of a fucked sleep schedule, which is normal. Like, I think they're trying to make her cute. I think she's supposed to look small. I think mostly she's just sort of a professional in my eyes. I don't find her especially cute, which again is not a mark of quality. She just
maybe like a 1. She's incidentally cute.
She's incidentally cute. Yeah, I was. I
don't think it's more than incidental.
I think a 1 is perfect. She's just a professional.
Okay.
She's looking forward to the day when the world is cured of oropathy. Appeal.
Now, keep in mind the scenario I laid out for you earlier, in which you're perving on her, and then it turns out she has English schoolboy shorts on.
Okay, I will.
Is it in mind?
It's in mind.
Okay, great.
3.
That's fair.
She's kind of hot, but also she's very normal, and she's mostly doing her job.
She's kind of hot, but she's very normal. I think that she would be fine to hang out with, because she's normal.
I think that, you would have a nice cup of tea with her, and that would be fine. I think she's fine. I think she's fine.
3. Kinsey scale number.
Kinsey scale number. Do you have strong feelings about this?
No.
I'm feeling low on this one.
I think she's pretty straight, yeah.
I think she's pretty straight. Is she entirely straight? Is she
She
just a
might be entirely
heterosexual
straight.
doctor?
I think she might be just fully a heterosexual.
Yeah. She's just, like, so normal. I mean,
Yeah.
like, one could make an argument for, like, schoolboy shorts that, like, that's a little gay. But she is, like, a working professional.
I think she's just a woman in STEM.
She's just a woman in STEM. And as we all know, there's no lesbians in STEM.
Women in STEM? Hard 0.
Hard 0. Great. Perfect.
130.
130. It feels nice to be out of the high appeal, low cute, high Kinsey range. We've done a lot of those lately.
Vanilla Muffin cuteness.
Vanilla Muffin cuteness. Now, I think
I feel
that
like we
his
don't
kind
have
of
a great category to encompass, like, pathetic.
I think his sort of mild-mannered gentleness is kind of cute. You know? But
he compels me to sort of, like, pat him on the head.
He compels me to rescue him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's only, like, I think he's only, like, a too cute, honestly.
Yeah, that feels right to me. I don't think he's, like, he's pretty.
He's pretty.
He's not like small and defenseless. He's just, like,
no,
pretty and defenseless.
Yeah. Which is a different thing. Now, appeal, I think, has to be high.
Yeah, because he's so pretty.
He is, like, he's serving enormously. He's so pretty.
But he's like, kind of a downer.
He's a little bit of a downer. You're not wrong. He's, like, very textures also.
Which is good. That's the textures is important to appeal.
He's just, like, he's really, you know, as much as I hate to say this, it's like, you know, considering his backstory and also, like, you know, his personal identity preferences, he does sort of, like, compel me to sort of capture him and tie him up and feed him out of my hand, you know? You know what I mean?
Oatmeal for yaoi prisoners.
Jesus. It's kind of dark.
Yeah.
And, like, that's appeal.
I don't think he's a 6, but he could be a 5.
I don't know. Is because I mean, like, well, I'm thinking about the downer point.
Him being a downer is more than incidental.
Yeah, he's also, like, nice.
Yeah,
as part of being.
I think a 4 is too harsh, which is why I lean 5.
I think 5 was my initial instinct, and then you almost pushed me to a 4, and now you're pushing me back to a 5. So we can do 5. 5 appeal.
5.
2 5.
Kinsey scale number.
It's gotta be high.
It's gotta be high.
On account of, like, he's like that. But
it's a 5 or a 6 for me, dog.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's definitely always. I guess
just,
I
like,
don't
try
need
to
say
picture
that out
him
loud.
with a woman.
I can picture him with a butch woman. That's a really specific dynamic.
It's a very specific dynamic.
I think it's sort of fun and flirty to give him a 5.
Yeah.
I think on a rare occasion he can be sort of roughed up by a rough and tumble woman. Okay, briefly, let's pair these two. What's their deal? Now,
well,
there's an obvious through line here. Although you can speak first if you please.
No, you go.
There's an obvious through line, which is either Silence is his sort of, like, post medical experiments escape doctor, and they have sort of like a trepidatious relationship where, like, you know, she's trying to have him not be afraid of her. Or Silence did that shit to him.
The thing is, I feel like she did that shit to him.
I also feel like she did that shit to him. She always has two
she's so
test tubes.
Normal,
and you know what they
so
say?
I don't
never,
wanna,
never trust a woman with two test tubes.
This is true. I don't want to ascribe this to her, that she would do this. That being said, her bio line is, there's no risk in the fruits of research, as they're only byproducts after all. Experimentation, on the other hand.
I was looking at that same thing, and I'm like, she did that shit.
It's like, she did that shit, though.
She did that shit. You know.
And now he's like, oh.
Yeah.
No one should be. No one should be subjected to what I went through.
Yeah.
I don't hate the parts of my body that are different. They're a part of me, too. It's just that they shouldn't have been bestowed upon me in such a cruel and dark way, and they shouldn't have been icy cold lab specimens.
Yeah. See, but I also don't think that she's an evil scientist. I think she was just like going to work.
Yeah, she just works there.
She just works there.
And so it's like, oh.
I guess you want me to put this tail on this guy? You got it. Hey, what are you doing after work? What are you doing after work today? You wanna go to the Magic the Gathering pre-release together? She just works there, you know?
She just works there.
Meanwhile, she's like sounds of tearing flesh.
Uh-huh.
Pitiful neighing. Hey, did you see that the new episode of insert TV show?
You watching Pluribus? I don't know, I kind of fell off it. Doesn't make sense to me. Why won't you put cocoa powder in me?
Oh my god. And scene.
And scene.
I love season 3. It's always full of bad noises. Anyway, I guess we're taking a 5-minute break.
Yeah, I gotta go pee.
Yeah, go pee. Everyone go pee. Bye.
Everyone.
私と同じように、あなたもオリバシーをなくそうとしているのでしょう。ロドスの治療技術もあなたが発展させたと聞いた。私たち研究者にとって、あなたは憧れの存在かもしれないね。
Oh yeah, they're in a throuple. That's a throuple.
That's a throuple. Hi, welcome back.
Hi, welcome back. Listen, sometimes you just look at 3 women and you're like, that's a throuple.
You're like, fuck, that's a throuple.
Fuck, that's a throuple.
People, that's a throuple.
We should get into it because I am dying.
Yeah, it's our recording time is really long so far on account of the problems and also the.
But it can't
rambling.
be that long because I'm dying. So let's get it. I mean, also, I really want to get into Jieyun.
Jieyun kicks ass.
Jieyun.
Hi, we're talking about Jieyun from Arknights. Arknights.wiki.gg/wiki/JIEYUN. It's Jieyun, spinner of flywheels.
Why you gotta make her sound bad?
Oh, what, spinner of flywheels? Spinner of Flywheels is an awesome title.
Okay, that's fair. I just feel like Per Den Bell. Sorry, I'm really distracted just looking at her. Holy shit.
She's so awesome.
She's so
Her name
awesome.
is Chinese for to slice the clouds.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like she's a sarcasm.
Well, she's Anasa, which is like
what?
An offshoot of sarcasm. She's the only one that is like named.
I see. Anyway,
she's Hindu Buddhist demon.
I see. Awesome. Like
Hindu Buddhist demon girl.
Immediate thing that I do love about her. Just getting right into it. We can't delay, and also I'm so excited. I her aesthetic is so fucking perfect. Her aesthetic
she kicks so much
is
ass.
that she's like her clothing is like Chinese influenced streetwear in this awesome way. It's like she's got this incredibly hot crop top. But it closes up
God,
like
I
it's
wish I could pull that off.
like it's a cheapao. God, yeah. And then she's got these kind of like big sort of baggy jeans that have like the silhouette of like that particular kind of like bell-shaped Chinese men's pants. But not only are they like jeans, they also have this big sexy slit in them, so you can see her like toned legs.
Yeah.
And her jacket and her cape are the same. I can't believe she's wearing a cape.
She's love wearing her cape.
She's
her
wearing
cape
a cape over a jacket over a crop top. Like, damn, girl. She just looks so fucking good. God, I love her. I don't know what to talk about.
She's in her power. I love her big fucking chakram.
Her big chakram is the best shit ever.
Her big flywheel chakram is so cool. It's like all the designs in it are great. I love the way that this art is drawn because it is dusty.
Yeah.
So this like the fade out into the mist effect is dusty, and it aligns with the like, you know, both the scraps and the scratches on this chakram and also the dirt that's on her boots and her pants just standing here, and also the wind that her hair and cape are whipping in, which have great visual rhythm. And like I love her little like halo, her Hindu Buddhist demon halo. God. She's so crazy.
Her chakram is crazy. Not only does it like look fucking awesome, like it's so big, but it's like it's right on that line of like a reasonable weapon and an unreasonable weapon. I love how kind of like, you know, kind of like ancient it looks with its sort of bronziness and its like kind of like ornamental sort of inner structure. And then also it has this like Miltech handle that she's holding. I love that it has bells. Like you can hear the sound of her fighting in your head. Where she like whips this around and all of her bells tinkle. And you know, she sounds like a Buddhist temple as she slashes you apart. Which is incredible. I love these like I love that she has this like braided theme with like false like braids.
These yellow and jade colored like braids overlaid on top of her gear are great.
And it's like it's implemented in like all of her clothes and her jackets and in her belt and her accessories. And it's just like, again, they really hit it here, where it's like they really hit this like Eastern Buddhist thing sort of like melded into this tech wear, and they do it perfectly with her. I think like she doesn't get too lost in like tech wear slop such that she like loses identity, nor does she feel like too caricature-y. She's just like perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I want to talk about how you know, I'm not an authority on this, obviously, but how little I feel when looking at her like, oh, it's Orientalism, which is so common, so upsettingly common. I like to say and think that Arknights tends to avoid this trap better than most, if only because they're so interested in doing their own, like, you know, paramilitary aesthetic that they, like, fail to make guys who are like, I'm just from China. Also, you know, but, like, I just think that she is so cool. I love these fingerless gloves that she has with the bells on the bracelets on them. I love that her nails are painted also, just like a little thing that makes me very happy.
Yeah,
I love her I love her little freckles and like her, headpiece, but also this one big hoop earring and her one small hoop earring.
There's a ton of like loving mechanical detail in this. Every like piece of clothing that shuts up, that's a very British phrasing of that like closes up. It very clearly like, some things are clearly sort of like belts that have like belt tighteners. There's like clear I'm losing all my words. I'm sick. There's clippers.
There's clear fastenings on everything.
Yeah, there's clear fastenings on everything. It's clear how everything connects together. And yeah, I really like her aesthetic. I really like how it's done. It's like, I mean, I can't, I'm not shitting generally that much on Food Fantasy and Arknights for being kind of like Orientalists about China just because they're Chinese. But like she really like hits her aesthetic perfectly, while still fitting so well into Arknights without looking like generic Arknights guy. Her big fucking chakram gives her like such a nice silhouette. Her like little halo means that she's got like a unique thing going on in her head region, amongst all of the billions of demon people who are in this fucking game. Her clothing has like a very distinct, it's not like there's not other people who are this sort of like have this kind of teal and yellow color scheme, but she has like a very particular teal and gold thing. And she really like I would recognize her instantly in an image, and she looks great. And it's such a nice, I agree. I love how grainy everything is. And you can tell because there are parts of this that are really sharply drawn, that it's intentional.
There's a ton of details in her trivia section, which I won't get into right now, but it truly, she is rendered so lovingly with so much detail, and it makes me very, very happy. Also, I love her toned abs. She's hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she does. Her like, I don't know, she's like a really nice hot figure. She doesn't feel she doesn't feel excessively skinny. She's pretty skinny. She's nice like skinny. Wide hips. She
her waist is a little snatched, but she's like, I know she's toned.
One thing I'll say is I fucking love her face. The like nail on the coffin, but in a positive way. The like the nail on the coffin that takes you to a bonus area in Elden Ring, so you want to get in the coffin. The nail in the coffin in a positive way is her face. Her eyes, even though they're like painted really simply, feel really bright and alive. The geometry of her face feels very clear. Her nose is a 3-dimensional object. Her face like has a shape to it. She has like a jawline shape and a cheekbone shape. And I love, just like, her mouth has just like one extra line to it that gives this very particular, like, she's not just frowning, she's like biting her lip a little bit. And her expression is just like, it's not complexly, intricately drawn. And also some of the graininess is there too, giving her like a distinct sort of like almost freckle pattern.
She does have freckles. You can see them better in her Elite too.
And she just like, it's not a complexly drawn face. It's just like really well executed, and she just looks. She's so compelling. Her face is so compelling to look at. This is a great pull.
Can we move to her Elite too, so I can talk about some of the shit in here?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hey, her Elite 2 also kicks ass.
Correct.
Like, it's so fucking cool. The thing about this that just, like, really does it for me is all of the bells visibly resonating with these concentric circles. And there's bells everywhere. There's the ones on her chakram, there's the ones, like, on this sort of immaterial ribbon that spirals around the image, and of those are resonating. There's the ones that are being held by the various spectral hands in the background that are resonating. The ones on her wrist are resonating, and it's like, it's perfect. It does exactly what I, like, imagined and envisioned when I saw this weapon, which is that it, like, you know, it paralyzes you with sound. It you know, it covers you in resonating bells. And it is just, like, it's so fucking cool. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, I will say, like, this is maybe, it's actually relatively simple, but this is, like, maybe one of my favorite of the Elite 2 backgrounds I've ever seen. These fucking, these like Buddhist demon hands are painted so perfectly. They're so like, they've got like the clawed nails, and they're like coming from these wisps of black smoke that come from this like white smoke behind her. They're so like painted and yet also kind of like smoky and ethereal. It's like
they're so expressionist. Like,
yeah,
they just sort of naturally come and gesture from these wisps of smoke.
Correct. I thought you meant a different thing, which is also they're very expression full. They are expressionist. But also, like, you can look at every individual hand and like they all have like a slightly different story. Like, if we just look at like the top 4, like right above her head, like right at the top of the image, this one is kind of like the one on the left is kind of hesitantly like about to grab the bell. This one, like, sort of center left has sort of like snatched it between index and thumb, like you'd grab like a beetle. This one in center right is kind of like playing with the bell between its fingers. And this other one is kind of like sort of tapping the bell like curiously, you know what I mean? And all of them have their own personality, and that's crazy.
I'm dying.
I know. She's killing you with her sound magic.
She's killing me with her sounds. I love the way that her halo integrates into this as well.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great, like, use of this black and gold and white, and the little bit of blue that weaves through. Those are her colors. She has the black and gold in her halo, and then the white in her jacket, and the little bit of blue that comes from the ribbons on her bells, and also from her jeans.
Yeah.
And the black smoke with gold outlines, but also it's cut through by white smoke and by white light, and then there's a blue ribbon tying all of these strings of bells together. Like, it's just so beautifully composed. I think it's so awesome how busy it is in the background, and yet how little it distracts from, like, her pose.
Yeah.
There's light in all the right places, so that you can still make out her silhouette very clearly, even though she's on top of a bunch of swirling, opposing, you know, light and dark colors.
Yeah, I love that. I love the sort of like interplay of this being a 3D space and a 2D space, where like these sort of like mini chakrams kind of like go into the painting, and it's kind of disorienting as they sort of disappear into this like 2D matte background. It's really off-putting in a really good way. I like, okay, small critiques. I really like her. I kind of like her pose. I like the posing of her legs. I like the posing of her back arm. I think the posing of her front arm feels like a little bit weak. She feels a little bit sort of limp. And as much as I like, you know, I like seeing her body as like more of a 3D object. She's drawn really nicely. She's like, personality wise, she feels a little bit flatter in this one. There's a lot of fun stuff going around her, but I'm less compelled by her face and her stance in this one than I am in the default. As simple as the default is.
She's definitely not doing anything more interesting in this image than she was in the previous one. Also, she's not holding her big chakram, which is a detracting point. She's holding a knife instead. The chakram is part of the image. But part of the power of that, like, default is just that she has this big-ass thing beside her.
Yeah. Still, awesome image.
It's so good. I love the way that the ends of her hair almost mimic these grasping hands.
I
think she's so cool.
Yeah, I think she's so fucking
is so
cool.
She's so cool.
She's
Stupid,
so cool.
sexy Jieyun. And then, away from dust, her skin.
Yeah, in this one, there isn't any dust. Unlike the last two, where there was a lot of dust.
Well, she's away from it.
Yeah, she's away from the dust. Hey, first of all, what's with these demon goose who are wearing clothing? Demon geese who are wearing clothing? Why are they demon geese but with cute little horns? And why are they wearing little robes and shorts? Like,
truly, there's a bunch of trivia on the trivia page about this skin, and none of it is about the demon ducks.
Why are they?
She's wearing a Song
so
Dynasty tune with modern day capri pants, which is awesome. And then this is all a reference to the Jiangnan region of Yan, which is, Song Dynasty China in Arknights. And so it's based on the real world Jiangnan region in China, specifically the West Lake in Hangzhou, the basket the basket beside her is full of water caltrops, which are commonly cultivated in that region. And then overall, she's inspired by Bai Suzhen from The Legend of the White Snake.
That makes sense. I like this one
which
a lot,
I think is
actually.
very cool. I love all these little details.
What's... Does she not have a chakram in this one?
No, she has an oil paper umbrella, and she has her master's sword.
Hang on, what's her oh, load failed. I can't see what her weapon is in her battle sprite for this one.
Oh no. Sad. Well,
I'm just curious what she fights with, because I assume that she fights with the chakram by default. Anyway, either way, I think that this one is it's just a really pretty image.
It is.
I think that these leaves, these massive lily pads, are really, really pretty. The color scheme here is so soft. I like her she's ditched a lot of her yellow, and she's sort of she ditched a lot of her yellow and black, and she's just in her more muted colors. She's just in her teal and white, and I think that's a good way of changing her look without changing her color scheme. I don't know. Sorry. Go.
I think this one is great. I love the commitment that they have with her to making her sort of, cool and culturally relevant, while also just giving her pants.
Yeah, exactly. She's hanging out in this extremely Chinese ass environment. She's got a fucking John. But and again, there's Chinese elements to her clothes, but also she's just a gal. She's just hanging out.
She's got pants, and she's got this again, this sort of tech-weary jacket with the,
yeah.
I don't know what the quilted interior. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. But it also is kind of shaped like a sort of classical Japanese or Chinese robe, which is it's really funny that Arknights has multiple Chinas for not just different regions of China, but different time periods of China.
Her little oil paper umbrella has a little bell on it, which I love. And it also adds to this it's an elegant, painted, delicate umbrella with big metal arrow-shaped spikes. It's Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, I love these demon ducks. I can't explain them.
I don't
at
know.
all.
They're awesome. They're
Awesome.
I love that she's I'm back to being in love with her face.
Yes.
I think this strand of hair falling over her eye does so much for her face.
Mhm.
But the fact that she's like interacting with the rest of the image, which like aren't always doing, like
Yes.
she's distinct. Like you can see the way in which like the sword is resting on the edge of this boat, and then she's resting on the sword, and also she's looking at this duck who's presumably like either taking a nap or scratching its back or something. And it's just like
and she's dangling a foot over the water because she's interacting with the background properly.
Yeah, it's like she's adorable. It's nice to see her chilling.
She's freaking adorable.
She's freaking adorable. I love that her halo is now like reflected in the water. Like now it's sort of merged with the surface of the water.
she's so cute and cool and like effortlessly stylish.
Yeah.
And it's like, God.
Yeah.
Girl.
Has anyone heard of Girl?
Leave some room for the rest of us.
Uh-huh. Should we talk about Asbestos?
Let's talk about Asbestos, who she's fucking.
No, hey. We'll get there.
Let's talk about Asbestos, who should be, which should be the name of both an Arknights character and a Food Fantasy character, but people are cowards.
Uh-huh. There's your joke.
I did it. She's based on a fire salamander.
She's a salamander, yeah. I do love her big tail. Like, initial notes, I love her big, squirmy tentacle tail.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
I have mixed feelings in general on the Savrans from Arknights. There's not very many of them, and they range from, like, I'm sort of a reptile to, like, dragonborn. And, like, I think that putting your newts in with your reptiles is just sort of kind of a coward's move in general. But, like, I do appreciate Asbestos and her complete freak shit that she's on.
Oh my god, where do I even start? She's like, what? She's like, she's like a hazard worker. She's an explorer. I see. She's so weird and puffy.
So weird.
She's so weird. Why does she have a door?
Yeah, her big shield, because she's a defender, is just like a door.
Yeah, it's just like the door that she ripped out of an airplane. Oh, it is literally an airplane door. It has an opening lever. I guess she's an adventurer.
See if I can get her sprites to load.
Yeah, that's kind of sick.
It's pretty sick. Yes, it does load, and she does just defend with it. Let's go!
Yeah, that makes sense. And then she's got this, like, big-ass, like, over-engineered backpack, that it clearly just has, like, a sleeping bag. There's just like a bag kind of, like, shoved up in there, and also it has all these mechanical parts for no apparent reason. And also she's scary.
I'm just admiring her battle animations, in which various parts of the outside of this door like flip open and activate and shoot out beams and shit.
Holy shit. Oh my god, yeah.
It's awesome. I think it's cool.
Where did she get the
Yeah,
door?
I like her body is shaped because of these clothes. Is shaped so strangely in a way that I really respect. That she's wearing this like big fucking puffy jacket and this like, you know, skirt that's also like an apron and made out of the same sort of material, and all of it is very clearly labeled with a bunch of sort of hazard information on it, and these are just sort of very awkwardly placed on her body and also on her big slimy salamander tail in a way that makes her kind of look like an alien.
Yeah. Like, I get...
And I really respect this angle, just because, like, let me be clear. I think that this tentacle tail was drawn in a certain way.
What, you mean the way it sort of slithers around her legs? No.
Yeah, sort of the rivulets of moisture that are on it. However, I don't mind. She's a freak. She's a complete, organic, 100% freak.
Yeah. She's so
She was
scary.
born freak, built freak, she lives freak. She's visibly drooling. She's got an eye patch, and, she's got her work headphones over her ball cap.
Yeah.
I don't know what her deal is. I love her shoes. These are just good outdoor shoes.
Yeah, you could go buy these from Mountain Equipment Co-op.
Right? These are certainly modeled after real shoes.
Yeah,
that
I've
buy.
I've owned these shoes but sandals essentially.
Yeah. Just I don't know what they were cooking when they came up with her and her concept and started doing concept art for her. But it is nothing that I've ever seen anyone cook before. And what is more respectable than that?
I don't have that much to add, honestly.
Asbestos, baby.
Asbestos, baby. What's her Elite 2 like? Oh, this one
even
she's
better.
You can see her scary eye.
You can see her scary eye as part of it.
Now, I don't like that she's less puffy in this one.
She is more of a normal woman.
I get that her bit is that, she's sort of sexy and lithe and slimy, wearing sort of a Zero Suit Samus jumpsuit under her big puffy coat. But it doesn't work as well when the coat isn't as big and puffy.
Yeah. Also, I think they should lean harder into her just sort of being, indescribably shaped. And so any further that they get from that is a little disappointing. I also wish I couldn't see her scary eye, but I understand that they need to show it to me.
Yeah,
I just think it's a little bit lame.
Too. I also think the door is less interesting from this angle.
I disagree. I think the door kicks ass.
Oh, never mind.
Just because you can see the various things opening and closing that work. Yeah,
that's
skills.
fair. I like the greebliness of the Elite 1 door, but you're not wrong.
There's other greebling in this image on all of the broken machinery she's standing on top of.
I do love her mouth. She's going to. I don't think salamanders have teeth. But she is going to bite your hand off. She's her blue tongue is really good. She's a salamander. I love all of these little fire salamanders.
Yes.
Crawling around, these sort of ethereal fire salamanders.
Unlike one big guy, consider a bunch of little guys.
Bunch of little ones.
Always also good. I love that everything around her is crackling with this fiery energy. I love that her tail becomes active with the distinctive colored markings of the fire salamander. I love that she's holding up her shitty backpack with her tail, as she's been seen to do, on account of her arm is busy with the lantern.
Yeah. I love that she's fueling the lantern with the fire salamanders, ?
I guess.
Which is really funny, because she's not, using magic to operate her weapon. She's just, operating a lantern.
She's also visibly infected in this one, which I always appreciate. She's got her, scary eye, obviously, and her jumpsuit collar is her special thing. But also there's originium crystals around the bottom of the door, which is pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
I like that you get to see her in, an environment that feels appropriate to what we know about her as a character, which is that she's exploring the jungle. That's what she does. And she does it while carrying the door of an airplane.
Yeah, there's not too much to this background. I mean, I do love this, like, wrecked Jeep that she's next to. I do think this, like,
cool.
wrecked Jeep and turret are drawn, like, amazingly. The background forest is kind of just sort of, like, generic forest JPEGs
It's just
to
leaves.
me.
That's fine.
Yeah, which is fine. But, like, there's a surprising amount of detail on this Jeep. You can see the suspension springs of that motherfucker. Like, you didn't have to do that shit. No one would care.
I also like all of the little reflections in the water of the salamanders, since they're all glowy.
Yeah.
Just lots of detail put into this art, which I really appreciate. Very clearly a well thought out piece full of lovingly rendered detail on this freak woman. Though she's not as much of a freak in this image as I would maybe appreciate, but she is a freak.
Yeah, I don't know why she feels more freak in the first image, but it's just like...
It's just because she looks like...
She looks
less
so weird
normal.
in the first, yeah.
She looks less like she could be sexified.
Uh-huh.
And then more so in the Elite, too.
And then in the next image...
Time to talk about her skin.
Yeah, and then in this one... She's... I like this one significantly less.
Yeah, I really can't decide how I feel about this one as a whole. I mean, there's obvious reasons why it is, like, you know, a disappointing downgrade from the previous ones. Particularly the things we've already talked about, which is that she should look like a freak, and she should have a weird body shape because of the way she dresses.
Yeah.
And in this one, she's a twig. And they took off her cap, so she looks, like, even more normal.
Yeah, they mess with her silhouette is the main thing, which I just, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand, again, like, we were talking earlier about, like, what kind of elements of the guy do they consider, like, crucial? And I don't understand why her silhouette is not considered crucial.
Yeah.
It's an odd choice. There are a bunch of, like, I love how fucking going to the club she is in this. She's literally just, like, in a handcuff. She's like she's drinking like fucking
she's drinking out of an IV bag.
Yeah, she's drinking chug jug out of an IV bag that has a salamander in it.
Yeah. I love all of her piercings that you can suddenly see. That's something I really appreciate. I like that her hair isn't just totally dripping, you know, down in a boring way. It's also tied up a little bit in the back. And she's got, like, a little headset on, which I don't know. I mean, I guess she's at this... I don't understand what's going on in this background. I'm kind of, like, fascinated by it. It's a whole, like, music producing setup.
Yeah, is she, like, a DJ? Is that what's happening?
I guess.
Her tail is holding a glow stick. Is she, is she
literally going to the... Is she producing the music at the club?
Yeah, is she DJing tonight?
I also really like this high frequency, low frequency tape that serves as her belt. And the fact that these sandals she's wearing still have a tag on them. Like, there's lots of things about this image that are like, this was also made with great care and detail. The key to, I assume, the handcuffs she's wearing is clipped to whatever she's got strapped to her chest.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, she's got a big, stupid collar on, I guess, this, like, coat dress that she's wearing.
Yeah, she's wearing, like, a dress and then, like a thing over it.
And then
like
a big shirt.
Yeah, and then, like, a big shirt.
And some slick tights under it, and, of course, her sandals.
Yeah, and then also she's got some, like, you know, arm things. What are these called? You know, the arm things.
Arm warmers.
Arm warmers.
It's like, you know, there's lots of parts of this that I think are really interesting and cool, and I really, like, appreciate all the thought that clearly went into this, and all of the, like, interesting, characterful detail that there is in here. On the other hand, it just doesn't look like her.
Yeah, I also think making her, like, the primary color of her outfit not yellow, but still kind of like putting her against a very similar to the Elite 2 kind of like pale greens and blues and grays background means that she's like the middle of her body is super lost into the background.
Yeah.
Like it's distinctive, it doesn't pop at all in any way. Which is like a shame. I love how many synthesizers this artist looked up though. They were like, Google show me synthesizer.
Google, I need images of synths.
These are very accurate images of synthesizers.
They really are.
Too.
It's really wild.
They really put in the effort.
They really are like, we have to maximum, not just greeble for her. We need to like accurately greeble. We need some real synths. We need a real airport door.
Yeah. It's just like I'm less interested in her, and also I feel like she's less interested in me. It looks like her first two expressions are like facial expressions are like scary and also I'm gonna eat you. But in this one it feels like I interrupted her chugging session. And she's like, "Can I help you? I'm about to DJ the set. Can I help you? Is there an issue? Is there an issue with the equipment?" And I was like, "Sorry, I need to look at
I need to look at like the flavor text for this skin.
Yeah,
real quick.
what's going on with this?
Glenn Sonata. The sound of synthesized voices echo at a leisurely tempo, like the valley in the rain.
Sure. I don't know. I just don't find this one as compelling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine though.
It's fine. I appreciate the work that's been done here. I appreciate the art. I just, am not so into the concept of the art.
Yeah, the girl is less compelling in this one.
The girl is less compelling, but the art is very good.
Yeah, fair.
Third member of the throuple.
Udon.
Udon, one of the most beloved noodle dishes in Japan.
Yeah.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl. What's her deal? Is she just a girl?
She's just a girl. She's got little fish cakes. She's got
she is just
sort of the psychic essence of noodles.
Oh yeah, for a sort of a distant glance at this art, I did think that the noodles were her hair, but like
no, she's got a different hairstyle, which I think is very cute.
Her hair is noodles. It's sort of like it comes across in these big sort of like thin hanks, that are noodly, but she does just kind of wield noodle bender. She is like extremely fucking, in this one, she's like so extremely the food ass. This is the food guy. It's like, not only is she like wearing like a, oh god, I don't know if I'm entirely, my association with this outfit is that this is what like waitresses wear at noodle shops, right? Mm-hmm. I believe so. That's my association with it.
Yeah.
But also
she's working. She's got her sleeves tied back.
She's got the fish cake hair accessory. She's got the mushroom sort of like hair bands. She's got little kind of like fish cake looking orange ties and shit. She's Udon.
She's Udon. I think these are like shiitake mushrooms that she's got that have this little white star on a brown, and then like little greens, which are so cute. I don't know. She is also kind of like wearing an udon bowl, which is good in its own way. I think that this design is like super prototypically like cute and normal. But it is a little bit boring.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that this image overall is fun. I think like following the flow of the noodles is fun, but there is like not that much to look at. There's like a couple of details where you look at them and you're like, I know what that is. That's cute. And then you're kind of done. Her, like, I think her
Yeah.
face is cute. It has, like, this cute sort of chubby cheek. You know, she's doing a little tongue. Her face is fine. I really actually like her, the posing of her right arm. I think that this, like, brushing the hair out of her eyes feels very organic and really, really nice.
Her pose and her face and everything are super dynamic and fun.
She's really sort of, like, nicely proportioned. She feels like a real guy when food fantasy can often have, like, very exaggerated proportions. She just, like, feels like a girl who works at a noodle shop. Who's like, it's time to start my shift. And I think that that's fine. There's
really, like, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It doesn't do too much. It's just not, like, you know.
I think it's good for the game to have simple things. You know.
It's like, I'm gonna make a girl who's based on Udon, and then you draw this exactly.
Yeah. It's
this is what you draw.
Yep. And I think that that's fine. Especially because it means we can move past it quickly.
due to dying.
I'm tired.
And then in her Ascended, you get married to her because of this beautiful heart.
It is a heart. Wait, is it a heart in the base image? No, it's just kind of like a swirl.
But in this one, it's a heart, and she's got a smaller noodle heart also there.
Yeah, in this one, she's sexually available.
She really is.
You know, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I like that the noodles are a big heart. I like that you can see more of this obi bow. I think it is one of the nicer parts of the outfit is this big bow. You can see more of it, but mostly she's just kind of like, all right, now we're in bed together. Here's my big noodle heart. Here's my ass. You can see, like, a little bit of her ass. You can see where the thigh turns into ass, but just like a little bit. Let me wrap myself up. In red ribbon. Ooh.
And this will be convenient for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if this, I mean, like, I don't know.
Cute girls doing cute things.
I kind of appreciate this one in its own way. It's just like, you know, she's doing a pinup pose and it's relatively effective.
This is the other side of the body pillow.
Exactly. You know, but also it's just Udon, but now she's like this. I mean, if anything, you know, oops, sorry, go.
I'm not mad at it in any way. It's like there's a cute girl, and then there's a cute girl who is sort of flirty, and it doesn't look like, as it is in many ways, if you're gonna go cute girl and then cute girl but sexually available, she's suddenly been restrained against her will in a compromising position. She just looks like she's sort of flirty. She's got a little bit of a surprised look on her face, but you know, she's just like, I'm here.
I was gonna say, that, like, you know, in a bunch of subtle little ways, and this I appreciate in this sort of genre of, like, let's make a pinup of this character where you can see her ass now, is that, like,
just a little bit.
This image feels relatively comfortable to me. To me, she doesn't look surprised, and I think it's in the eyes, right? Like, she has, like, maybe a surprised, she has, like, she's doing a little but her eyes aren't, like, furrowed. They're kind of, like, still sort of, like, big and open, and so, like, she looks, to me, I would describe this facial expression as expectant. And as a kind of, like, fuck me pinup, that makes this particular pinup feel comfortable to me. It doesn't feel particularly invasive. It feels like now we're in bed. And I appreciate it for that. If you're gonna make her sexy, I think you should do it right. I think this mostly does it right.
This one, she's sexy.
This one, she's sexy, and, like, thumbs up.
And then she's got the Day of Celebration skin, which unfortunately reminds me of a bad Mahjong Soul skin. It's the KR976 one. It's really bad. It reminds me of that too much, and it's because this pose is really, really awkward.
In this one, she's about to break her ankles.
She's about to break her ankles. These goldfish are gonna fall on the ground, girl. It's just it's a little bit unfortunate because I think otherwise this is perfectly acceptable and fine. But her pose sucks ass, and also is just like, I can't stop overlaying this other bad skin over it in my mind, so it looks worse than it is.
Yeah, honestly, I think, I think, part of the issue, I mean, it is kind of a fucked pose. Like, the intent is that she's jumping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Part of the problem is that they've positioned her, they fucked up the perspective such that she looks like too close to the ground. Mm-hmm. And so it looks like she's going to it looks like she's going to hit the ground or has already hit the ground before she is able to correct her legs back under her from this kick up. I was almost tempted to get up and jump and kick my legs and then not die. And then I was like, first of all, this is an audio only podcast. Second of all, I'm sick. And so this pose, this is not my favorite pose in general, this kind of kicking your legs up, but I think they've made it look much worse because it doesn't look like she's doing a photo shoot jump. It just looks like she's rolling her ankle because her ankle just looks like it's against the ground. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her toe is touching the ground. She's just tripped.
Yeah, the side of her shoes are against the ground, and now she's about to roll her ankle and eat shit.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that this yukata is really pretty. The color scheme of this yukata, this kind of just blue and orange, and it's we have some colors from her previous look, but she's also doing this koi fish sort of red and orange and blue thing. I think it's a really pretty pattern. I honestly kind of like how they're doing sexy yukata here. I feel a lot of the time when things do sexy yukata and kimono, and we talk about this shit constantly in season 1, they're doing yukata or kimono, except it's just falling open, right? And that feels bad because that's just like not how that garment is supposed to work. And so I appreciate this novel approach to sexy yukata. I don't know why I'm being so positive on Udon. Like, I think she's fine.
She's fine.
But like I appreciate this novel approach of yukata, where like it's a properly fastened and like properly done up yukata. It's just that the skirt sort of ends early in this sort of like Western style short skirt. And I'm which
rhymes with her normal outfit in which she's got a short skirt on.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like it looks like a yukata that is done up properly, that is also has a short skirt for like intentional design reasons and not like your clothes are falling off reasons. Does that make sense? I appreciate it. I don't know why I'm so positive on Udon. I think she's charming. I think she's fine.
She's fine.
You can't just have me say like a whole monologue and then sit there in silence. I'm sick.
I don't have that much to say. I think she's fine.
I think she's fine. I think she's cute.
It's a pretty yukata.
It's a pretty yukata.
She's gonna fall over.
She's gonna fall over.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah, the leg posing is not great. But like, you know.
I'm so glad that our bit on this podcast isn't that we like rate art and tier it and rate it. Can you imagine how miserable that would be?
Yeah.
I was just sort of like thinking to myself, like, it's so nice that I don't have to come to a conclusion on, like, how good or bad this art is objectively.
We don't have to, like, give a fucking, you know...
I mean, we talk about that, but, like, it contains multitudes, okay?
It's like, listen, people, let me tell you, and, like, if you're already listening to this podcast, I mean, you might be a new listener, but if you're already listening to this podcast, you might be cool and hip already. But it's just like, try looking at, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably look at art and think about art. Try looking at art and thinking about art, and just, like, not giving it an out of 10 rating ever. Just don't do that. Instead, just, like, break down the good parts and the bad parts and the parts that are complicated, and that's the end of the exercise. That's the whole of the exercise.
Yeah, that's
it. It's extremely freeing.
It is.
And you'll
it's not
end
like
up...
we don't open, like, talking about an image on this podcast often with, like, I like this one. I don't like this one. This one's bad. This one's good. We do that. We do that frequently. But, like, the point is not about ascribing that to it.
Yeah,
the point
but
is
also...
about just sort of discussing the work.
Yeah, I feel like in sort of, like, going through... I feel like that's better, though, because, like, we don't have a goal there. We're starting from a start point, but we're not trying to get to an end point. And so I think we frequently do end up at a different end point than we started at, because we're not trying to, like, figure out an end point. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so it's good for you, is what I'm saying.
It's good for you.
Do a soulmates on things that you like. That's
do a soulmates,
the moral
and then
of the
instead
podcast.
of talking about which of these images out of all the ones we've just talked about is the best one, let's talk about numbers.
Yeah, do an insane rant that no one cares about like how to make yukatas sexy without losing the yukata silhouette.
I hope someone cares about it.
I don't know. Kit will probably care about it. If they ever get to this one. Anyway, numbers. Jieyun. Cute.
Kit, when you get to this one, send me a Tumblr ask.
Yeah, appreciate me for once in your life.
Jieyun, cuteness.
So,
now,
like...
I did say, while discussing Away from Dust, in a way that I was like, I know when I say this, I'm gonna be, like, affecting the ultimate scores, but I can't help but say it because I think it's true. She's so cute, and she's so stylish, and she's so effortlessly charming.
She's so cute and stylish and pretty and handsome, and...
She is.
I mean, she is. She is cute in Away from Dust. And I will also say there's echoes of cuteness in her sort of inner default looks.
Echoes of cuteness will be her fourth skin.
Can't make me cough.
Sorry.
She, like, I don't know. Something about, like, again, she's sort of biting her lip in the first one, and something about her kind of, like, stern focus is a little cute to me in a way that I can't quite describe. She's a little cute, and she's quite cute in Away from Dust. Even though in Away from Dust, she also is still definitely just like an adult woman. She's just like an adult woman who's hanging out cutely with some ducks. And so it's like, I don't think the cute can be too high, but I don't think it's non-existent.
No. Yeah.
It's like,
I would say she's like... She's definitely not trying to be cute. I have the hiccups. This is terrible.
Oh, no.
She's definitely not trying to be cute. But she is more than incidentally cute.
Sorry,
so, like,
I missed that last thing you were saying because I was listening to a piece of her dialogue.
She is more than incidentally cute. She's not trying to be cute, but she's more than incidentally cute. So that's like a 2 or a 3.
I feel like... I kind of want to give her a 3, but I feel like the honest answer is a 2. And I don't know what to do with that.
We'll give it a 2 then.
Okay. I got distracted listening to a piece of her dialogue because I saw that it had the word Shifu in it, and I was like, does she say Shifu? And yes, she does. So she's like, yeah, okay. In her, I hadn't looked at her dialogue before, but in her dialogue, she's like doing a wuxia. She's a wuxia girl.
She sounds exactly like I would expect her to sound in English.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
And also,
appeal.
She's a wuxia girl.
She's
appeal.
A wuxia girl.
I mean, like, it's just like, I feel like it has to be high.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, she's so handsome.
She's so handsome.
She's so handsome.
I mean, we're biased, but she's so handsome.
No, she's supposed to be so handsome. Like, we are biased, but she is built to be a handsome, like, cultivation warrior. That's what's happening here. And like, she's cute. She, like, again, I'm looking through her dialogue a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
She's cute. She's confident. She's
interests. Very noble.
Yeah, she's very noble. She has, like, she likes poetry. She, like, she's high. Is there anything unappealing about her?
I don't think so. I mean, the thing which you could easily pull is, like, she's very serious and dedicated. But, like, that's not unappealing from her. It doesn't seem like she's, like, hyper-focused on work and doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, again, like, looking at her dialogue, she's serious and dedicated, but, like, not in a way where she's, like, please don't talk to me unless you have serious work things. She's like, she seems like she really wants to, like, sometimes you see the clear night sky after a catastrophe has passed in the distance. Wind blows to, like, she wants to just kind of, like, hang out and, like, drink a beer and just kind of, like, exchange stories. And it's like, that's so appealing to me.
Yeah.
She's serious, but she's not stern.
I've written down 6.
All right, 6 appealing.
Kinsey scale number. Now, she is queer.
Yes.
How much of an interaction does she have with men?
I mean, she I was gonna say she has a Shifu, but Shifu is
Master.
Shifu is genderless. What gender is her Shifu? I need to know this. This is really important to figure out, like, what kind of wuxia she's in. I should look at her story. She's also decided a particular Shifu.
Oh, her Shifu's a woman.
Okay, well, she's at least a 4 then. If her Shifu is a woman, she is in a baihei. She's in a baihei.
She is absolutely in a baihei.
And it's like, and so, like, because she is from a baihei and she's, like, in love with her Shifu, I'm extremely tempted to give her a 6. But also, I know a lot of sort of, like, high Kinsey bisexual women who look exactly like this. You know what I mean? No offense to the high Kinsey bisexual women out there. Love you. Heart.
Why would they be offended?
Yeah, that's fair. I just don't want to put them into boxes, but they do all look like this.
My, like, gut feeling was a 4.
Was a 4?
Yeah. More than incidental attraction to men.
I could go with that. I'm fine. I'm good with a 4.
I just think she sees your noble spirit first.
Yeah. But she's like, if you remind her of her Shifu, then it's all over for her.
Yeah.
Great. Asbestos.
Cuteness. 0.
0? She's that kind of freak?
Is there anything cute about Asbestos?
I don't know. You don't think raver girls have, like, kind of an inherent cute?
I wasn't really looking at Glenn Sonata.
Uh-huh. I still think she's kind of a raver girl by default. I guess she's like an adventurer girl. Yeah, I'm actually okay with looking at just her defaults. I'm actually okay with 0 cute.
Even if you're going from Glenn Sonata and being like, how cute is she? Then the fact that she wears this, like, as her regular work uniform is like, it's not like someone, listen, I work at a construction site, I wear hard hats and vests, they don't look good on anyone. But, like, the dress code is free at Rhodes Island.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she wears this willingly every day, and that's her default, is, like, a lot for me.
Okay, I'm fine with 0 cute. I think that's fun.
Appeal. She doesn't hate anyone, but naturally, she doesn't like anyone either.
She is going to eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whole. I know she's not a snake. No, she's gonna chew you up into pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You idiot, touch my tail again and I'll smack you into next week.
She is going to tear you into pieces with her teeth.
She is going to tear you into pieces with her teeth. And it's like...
Friend? Who needs that? I'd much rather be a complete jerk and keep things simple.
I'm looking at
You don't
this...
like me, and I don't like you. On second thought, I could use a drinking maid tonight. You in or what?
She's got kind of a lad thing, and that's like a little bit appealing.
Yeah, she's a lad.
She's a lad. But also, like, she hates you. And wants to
what
eat
a
you
pain
with
in the
teeth.
proverbial.
What a pain in the proverbial.
Ugh, am I supposed to say there now? Got nothing better to do again?
And so it's like... She seems really awful to spend an extended period of time with. She seems really awful to, like, pass in the hallway. But, like, I think once you're, like, 5 beers deep, then it's alright.
You want to talk? Fine, but we'll talk over drinks. Otherwise, keep your trap shut.
Once you're 5
I would hate to hang out with her, but
once
I'm sure
you're
she's
5
fine.
to 6, once you're 6 to 7 beers deep.
Neither of you care.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, 1? We can give her a 0 if you want.
This feels like 0 appeal to me.
Once you're 7 or 8 beers deep.
Once you're 9 to 10 beers in.
Yeah, once you're both
then
passed out in the medical ward.
Once you die of alcohol poisoning, then it's been a great time.
0 cute, 0 appealing.
0
What's
cute,
her Kinsey?
0 appealing. I mean...
Who is she eating? I didn't think that
Who
would
is she eating?
Who is she eating?
You know, she seems like another 4 to me. She's 4 to 6 range.
Really? I was gonna say 2.
Why?
I feel like she tops Twinks. Now, like, while you're thinking about this,
okay,
look
I'm
at the
thinking
tail.
about it.
That's all I have to say. I said, look at the tail.
Yeah. She does top Twinks. Three.
Can we make She Does Top Twinks the episode title? Is that
No,
legal?
we can't.
We can't do that.
We cannot
Fuck it.
make the episode title She Does
She
Top
Tops
Twinks. Fuck.
But imagine. Imagine like flipping through your Apple Podcast recommendations and She Top Twinks.
She does
Oh my
top
god.
Twinks.
She does top Twinks.
I think
3. I'm
leave in
happy
the middle,
with a
3.
3. Yeah.
A 003.
Yeah.
Truly not a measure of quality, but the worst bisexual.
Yeah.
Imagine a bisexual that's bad.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And yet strangely compelling.
Yeah, just kind of like the worst bisexual stone top that you've ever encountered in your life. Great.
Udon.
003. Udon noodles are so soft. Haha.
Udon noodles are so soft. Ha ha ha.
Cute. No, like
Very.
She's a cute waitress.
Is there anything not cute about her?
I don't know. I don't think she's like... She's not like... You know, my mouth is full of sugar cute, necessarily. I don't have anything... I don't have, like, black marks against her cute. I mean,
But she is a
Ascended
5.
Udon is, like, the cute drops significantly in favor of other things. But she's a cutie. I just think that, like... You know, I don't think the cuteness is overpowering. And again, this isn't a measure of quality. I just think that, like, she's a very cute, young adult, working woman.
A 5.
5 is fine. 5 is totally fine with me. Appeal.
Now, she is apparently bad to be around. People, though, do like her anyway, but she has no filter.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's kind of rude. I see what they're doing.
She's a working woman.
She's a
blue
working
collar.
woman. She does feel like she works like, you know, the udon shop in Kowloon Generic Romance that is like in a basement of a building under a building under a building.
Yeah.
She works in like that kind of udon shop.
Mm-hmm.
Where she just gets to sort of swear at the patrons, and, like, good for her. But, like... I don't know. Like a 2?
It's a 3 to me.
Really? Fascinating.
She's equally appealing and unappealing to me. Because people like her anyway. And, like, I won't say that having no filter is a strict down mark. Like, there's something charming about being sort of a straight up and down kind of person. But you know, you can maybe bring her to Thanksgiving. But probably not. Doesn't mean you don't want to spend time with her.
Okay. Yeah. 3. I'm fine with 3 appealing. That makes
Acquiesce
sense.
to my demands, Ivy.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Generally speaking. Kinsey scale number.
I know that she's supposed to be normal. Well, I mean, she's supposed to be kind of like a weird asshole. But, like, my intuition tells me that it's high. I just don't think you get the level of no filter that she has by being a good girl. And not that I'm saying all straight women are good girls, but, like, you know? You know what I mean. I don't know. It's hard to tell. She's a little plain.
Just a little plain.
But, like, something about her messy hair, something about her affect. It screams like a sort of sleeper super Kinsey to me.
Yeah. I'm trying to imagine sort of what her relationship with men is like, and I think she's a 6.
Uh-huh.
I think she's like... Listen, the word I was gonna say is principled. That's not what I mean. I think she's like... sort of self-assured enough that once she figures out that she likes women, she's like, men are no longer allowed to, like, sleep with me.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Men can flirt with me, but they cannot enter my bedroom.
Yeah, like, she's not, like, you know... She's not trying to, like, be unappealing to men. She's just like, you know, I'm just not interested.
I only sleep with women.
Listen, udon noodles are so soft. You know what I mean?
Great. 536.
536. Perfect. And then the 3 of them
are in a throuple.
Are in a throuple. That, like, now that we've talked about it, seems like kind of bad.
Well, Asbestos and Udon would be great drinking buddies.
That's true.
As a starting point. Simply, they would just, like, you know, they would be great at just, like, having a drink and a swear together. And yelling about their bad coworkers and how they hate going to work. Except that Asbestos goes to work looking like that, and Udon goes to work looking like that. So it's sort of like a weird, you know... weird butch femme thing going on.
Yeah. I think Udon can be a twink in the right circumstances. I feel
Jieyun
like
is just a handsome lad.
I feel like it might be like a kind of like less a throuple and more a consensual sort of polyamorous. Udon is in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they're attached to Udon.
Jieyun and Asbestos are metamorphs.
Yeah, they're metamorphs. That's the word. I don't think they like each other very much.
No, I think Jieyun is too much of a handsome, chivalrous young man to hang out with Asbestos.
Yeah, but I don't think
Jieyun is going to the club.
I think Udon gets very different things out of them, and I think there's a certain amount of like appreciation of each other. That like, you know, they each fulfill their role in their precious little normal girlfriend's life. Mm-hmm. And then Udon is just having a great time.
Udon has 2 very different butches.
Yeah. Udon is
and Jieyun is like, I love my femme, and Asbestos is like, I love my twink.
Yeah, over here I get to be Shimei, and over here I get to be Twink. And it's like, what else could you want in life? Honestly, I'm thinking it through, and like, God. What else do you want in life?
What else could you possibly
Everyone,
want?
reflect on this.
Reflect on this.
Reflect on this. Like, you know, what if you were in a relationship situation where on one side you got to be Shimei and one side you got to be Twink? What else could you want in life? I like
that these are different things. I mean, they are, but I like that they're different things.
Uh-huh. Great.
Do you ever think about how our podcast must sound to somebody who doesn't, like, know all our in-jokes?
I don't know. No. Sometimes. Okay. I think about it when I'm editing. I think about it less when I'm talking to you. Because when I'm talking to you, just kind of generally in any situation, in any context, which is why we cannot talk to each other in public very much, I just kind of like, it's just like that I enter the flow state instantly.
I just realized that you just said Shimei a lot without explaining it at all.
Well, Shimei isn't even an in-joke. I mean, it's an in-joke because Shimei is like, was a joke. Shimei was a joke in a wuxia novel that I was reading that was not a baihei, which is femme. It was a MM danmei, But like Shimei is just like Shimei just like means is like an archaic term to explain some like Chinese / wuxia terminology. Shimei is sort of an archaic term for little sister, and in wuxia / xianxia, which is like Chinese sort of martial arts and sort of like mythological warrior shit, Shimei means like you're sort of like what's the term? It means like you're both disciples, but she's like younger than you. Mm-hmm. She's your Shimei if she's like there's a term in Japanese that people might be familiar. Yeah, your Kohei. She's your Kohei. She's like your underclassmate, and specifically, it has the association of like she's your cutie sweetie little underclassmate. Mm-hmm. That's what she
my
means.
Cute underclassman. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for the next guys.
Okay, great. Sounds good. Hey, so
I'm not streaming it to you. I've forgotten to do this. I'm just gonna send you some links.
This was our first year of season 3.
Oh, you're right. That's true.
How'd you enjoy it? We don't have to do it like a whole bit. I kind of had a bit prepared, but I'm really tired.
We're sick and tired. This is the first one.
Oh, I know this guy. How'd you feel about season 3? How do you think season 3 went?
I'm so glad we did this stupid
I know.
project.
It really every season 3 episode I'm gonna like go to Libsyn and I'm gonna scroll through the list. But like every season 3 episode, it's just like a season that like creates insane shit because there's so much insane shit in both of these games. Mm-hmm. They really balance well against each other. Fucking also a season that like produces really good episode titles. I don't know what this one is going to be because it can't be She Tops Twinks. Mm-hmm.
She does top Twinks.
She does top Twinks. Fuck me. But like, yeah, I'm glad we did this. Do you? I mean,
it's such the heart and soul of the podcast to me.
Yeah, I know. It's really like it's really us getting down to brass tacks. Part of it is just because we have a lot to. Ooh.
This is the food we have to figure out.
What the wait, what is this? Oh, it's just I can get this. Yeah. Yeah, I can get this or make this super easily. This is actually a very simple dish.
This is fun actually for reasons that I'll explain to you.
Really quickly before we wrap, just like go to our lovely spreadsheet and just look at our covered. And does anyone jump out at you? Let's start with Arknights. Does anyone jump out at you as your favorite Arknights guy that we covered?
Hold on. Let me just add the 2 guys here real quick.
Yeah. Thanks.
Favorite Arknights guy that we covered. Okay, Mostima, Palace, Suzerain, Shimei, Steward, Windflit, Ebenholtz, Passenger, Doc, Thena Victoria, Lumen, Wisadel.
I think I have my answer.
Midnight, Morgan, Silence, Jieyun, Asbestos. I mean, What's your answer? Because it might remind me of something I'm forgetting.
I mean, Jieyun has recency bias, but I really think Jieyun is just like an incredibly good design.
That was also going to be my answer. Is that Jieyun is, and I have my food fantasy answer easily, but
like, honestly, and I think this might be an offbeat answer because I don't love every aspect of like any of her skins. But for some reason, Palace really sticks in my head.
That was also one that I was thinking about.
As a guy that I just really enjoyed. I just really like Palace. She has a really iconic design. She has a really good feel. So I'm gonna say Palace.
Let me remember. Oh no, this one was one I didn't like. I was like, I can't summon Passenger's appearance in my head immediately. I didn't like Passenger.
Yeah.
I'm also fond of Windflit, just because, like...
Oh yeah, Windflit was
doggy.
Good. Doggy. So, maximum doggy.
Special doggy.
Uh-huh.
So those would probably be my top three, is Jieyun and Palace and Doggy. I feel like we tend to find more gems from Food Fantasy than Arknights.
I think... Oh, sorry. I think my top three would be Jieyun, Weezadel, and Palace.
Mm-hmm. Also reasonable.
And then from Food Fantasy, I didn't like you. I don't remember you. Can I just go?
Yeah.
It's really hard not to. I mean, it's just like a really just kind of an iconic episode of this season so far. I think season 5. But it's so hard not to.
Season 5.
Sorry, episode 5.
Episode 5.
It's so hard not to feel so positive about both Jade Noodles and Phoenix Tail Prawn.
Fair.
I think Phoenix Tail Prawn is like some of the best. I think Phoenix Tail Prawn is like some of the best like food fantasy doing its food fantasy ass thing with like a ton of fucking like ribbons and color and flowing shapes in a way that actually works and isn't just noise. And she's just like, she's so hot, and like Jade Noodles is just like is just so nice to look at and nicely composed.
My favorite guy I've done from Food Fantasy is easily Corn.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the obvious answer. Earlier, like for some reason, in one of the guys we were looking at, today, Corn was in like the recommended side panel, and it was so hard not to look at Corn. Corn is just like, I think Corn has some of the most amazing art that we've ever covered on this podcast. Like Corn rules. Corn
is just very, very, very good.
Really,
I think my other
really
pick,
good.
My other sleeper pick would be Focaccia. It was very early, but I just remember having such a good time talking about Focaccia going to the club. Is just very, very iconic to me. What a cool concept for a guy.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Chishui Moth Tea also. There's a lot of gems. I mean,
and Turducken I considered.
Also misses pretty often. But like it's got some big hits.
There's some big hits and big misses on both of these, which is
I know, that's what makes it
why
fun.
it's so good.
I know. Thank you for doing this with me, Ash.
Thank you for proposing this while I also was thinking about it. I was about to say indulging my desire to do this, as though you weren't the one who proposed it.
So really quickly, next episode, it's Hong Lu from Lima's Company Time.
True.
We have so much shit. The bonus episode for that is such a fucking thing. It's such a massive. You'll see. So look forward to that coming soon. And then also after that, our anniversary episode is coming. We're recording that on Wednesday. This should be going out on Sunday. I should edit on Saturday because I have nothing else to do because I'm sick. That should be going out on Wednesday. This should be going out Sunday. We're recording the anniversary episode, which is a Q&A, on Wednesday. So from the release of this episode, you have like 3 days to submit questions to the Tumblr, or however you can manage to submit them. You can do it on YouTube. I keep an eye on the comments. Just submit a question. We already have a lot of questions, but like your question is better than all the other questions.
That's true.
All the other questions suck ass. We're waiting for your question because it's good.
That's true.
And then after that, we have like our then it's the start of the new year, and we'll see.
Woohoo!
Like, we're gonna keep doing the podcast, to be clear. We'll we've some mild plans for next year. Probably won't be as significant changes as like adding a whole new season, but like we'll talk about it when we get there. But thank you for listening.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, I need to go lie down and watch Ash play 45 minutes of Infinity Nikki. Bye!
That's true. Goodbye!
勝ててよかった。